All right, my spookies. Christmas is over. The wrapping paper's in the trash, the cookies are stale, and the lights are still up because none of us have the energy to admit the season has ended. Which is perfect, because the day after Christmas is when the world gets quiet enough for the weird stuff to start moving again. The crowds go home, the stores, they go dark, the cheer drains out of the air, and what's left is cold and still. Tonight you're getting a double feature of holiday horror. 2 big nasty gifts with the tags ripped off. A sort of spooky swan song for the holiday. First we've got mirrors, but the kind that don't just reflect you. They study you, measure you, and sometimes decide they could do your life better than you ever did. Then we're going to take a hard left into the world of vampires, where the holidays aren't about tradition, they're about appetite. And if you think post-Christmas means the danger is gone, you've clearly never met something that doesn't care what day it is. So, pour yourself something warm, keep your back to a wall, and if your reflection starts smiling a little later than you do, whatever you do, don't smile back. And make sure you're subscribed for all the spooky goodness coming in the remainder of the year and in 2026. But now, let's settle in for the first story. Mirror Images by Rob Fields. Monday, December 18th. Perspective, Richie Horton. Why does this always happen to me? Why does Buzz Hitzziger feel he's always got to come after me for? I did ask him one day why he keeps giving me a hard time. "'Cause you exist," he belted out. Today must have been one of those days when he came to Strickfield Junior High hating the world. It didn't take him long to come right after me. I've been managing to avoid him throughout school. When you know your way around the building well enough, you know where you can lose Hitzziger when he's looking for you. As soon as we were done with the school day, he was on his bike and chasing me down. The problem is, I'm on foot. I can only cut through so many yards before Hitzziger's going to finally get me. Bill Chapman keeps telling me I ought to go out for track in the spring. He's probably right since I'm in great shape with all the running I have to do. "You stop right there, wimp!" Hitzziger yells from across the street. "I'm gonna pulp you good when I get ya." He's almost got me when I grab a trash can and pull it behind me. He's yelling some choice words when he tries stopping and slides onto his side. I'm putting more distance in between us. Hitzziger's twice my size, around the midsection. He's still able to get up fast and get back on his bike. "You dead, Horton? You hear me? D-E-D!" he yells. I'm cutting through another yard and end up on Pleasant Valley Road. Unfortunately, it isn't long before Hitzziger finds me again. I'm pouring it on when I hear his heavy grunting. It's only going to be a few more seconds before he grabs me. I suddenly turn and run along the side of a brick wall to escape. He's yelling more choice words before he's got to stop. "You can't run from me forever, Horton!" Hitzziger yells. "You gotta take your fist beating sooner or later." And then I do stop running. But not because of Hitzziger. I stop because I'm looking right at the old Carnavash estate. I can't believe I really ran from Strickfield Junior High all the way out here. "You stop right there!" Hitzziger yells. I don't have a choice. I quickly grab the top of the wall and scale it. Then I jump and land on the other side. The next thing I know, Hitzziger's coming up over the wall himself, or trying to. When his feet slip down the wall, I take off again. Now I've got another problem. There's no way I can climb over the high, vine-covered fence. I run to the wall on the other side. As I'm ready to scale it, this big dog is right there and barking at me. When I get away from the wall, I see Hitziger coming and start running again. I realize the only way I can possibly lose him is to do the unthinkable. I have to go inside the Carnavash estate. I remember being in there back when we all ended up in 1955 in a freak occurrence last Halloween, just after Chapman Chunker and I came back to the mortal realm. But looking at this old mansion now, you just know it's empty. Not to mention, scary. I make it to the back double doors and stay out of sight as Hitziger runs right past me. When I reconsider running back to the wall I used to come in, one of the doors opens. I slip inside and close the door quietly. I'm safe in here, assuming Hitziger didn't see me come in. I quietly lock the doors and move away slowly. "I know you're around here somewhere, Horton, you wimp!" I hear Hitziger yell. "You either come and face me now, or I'll give you a double beating at school tomorrow." At least it's a little warmer inside this creepy house. I don't know how long I'll have to stick it out in here. Knowing Hitziger, he'll try lulling me into a false sense of security. When I come out, he'll spring out and get me. I start walking through the Carnavash estate now. The floor is squeaking underneath me. Suddenly, I hear Hitziger crashing against one of the back doors. I move through the house faster. As I turn down a hallway, I hear one of the doors give way. "Yeah, I'll bet you're in here, ain't ya?" I hear him sneering. "I ain't afraid of no house. If you're in here, I'll find you." I continue moving quietly down the hallway until I come to two doors across from each other. I open one of them to reveal a room full of magic stuff. Then I got an idea. I open the other door and slam it hard. Next, I go into the room I just found and quietly close the door. Seeing this big mirror, I go and hide behind it. I hear Hitziger coming to the doors now. He's opening the one I slammed and moving downstairs. Time to get out of here. I stand up and suddenly see myself in that big mirror. Whew! At least I didn't scream. Then I notice the glass has this weird red hue. From a distance, you can't really see it. When you're right up to the glass, though. Okay, enough hanging around. I'd better get out of here. I open the door and quietly see the basement doors open across from me. I slip out and start making my way to the open back door. So far, so good. As I'm coming outside, a hand grabs my shoulders and pulls me. Oh no, Hitziger was waiting to trap me. About time I found you, Horton. Perspective, Carter Cross. Horton calms down when he sees it's me. Hitziger chasing you again? I ask him. He points behind him with his thumb. He's in there. I point over my shoulder. Madeline's out front. Go to her, I got this. I stay and wait. Soon Bull Hitziger comes barreling out. That's when I slap him on the back. "Oh, you dead meat, Horton!" he yells before turning around. "Surprise!" I tell him. "I saw you chasing Horton again. What did I tell you about leaving him alone?" Any other time, Hitziger backs off. This time, he points right at me. "You alone, Cross? Ain't got your other friends with you?" He pounds a fist into his palm. "I can take you." I'm ready for him. "Show me what you got, fat boy." When Hitziger comes at me, I easily sidestep him so he trips back inside the house and falls. When he's on his feet again, he comes back out and takes a wild swing at me. I duck it to grab him and put him in a hammerlock. Then I shove him up against the other door and make him cry out. "What's that about you taking me, Irving?" I ask. "Don't you call me that!" he yells. "I'm gonna kill ya!" "I'm sorry, what did you say?" Then I crank up the hammerlock again. Okay, Uncle, he yells. "You gonna leave Horton alone?" I persist, cranking on his arm one more time. "Yes, I'll leave the wimp alone. Let me go," he wails. Before I let him go, I pull him away from the wall to turn and shove him towards the few steps, leading up to the back doors. He stumbles down them, but doesn't fall. Then Hitzigger turns and sneers at me. I point right at him. You better remember Horton's got friends, something you're in very short supply of. Now get lost. Hitzigger points at me now. You ain't always gonna be there to protect him. I shrug. That's why Chapman and Chunker are around too. Or did you forget what happened when you crossed Chapman last time? For the record, Hitzigger tried fighting Chapman to get to Horton. I was a sweetheart today compared to when Chapman decked him. Chapman looks like a hood and can back up what he says. Honestly, he's real easygoing, until you cross him. Hitzigger crossed him. When he sees he ain't getting Horton, he yells a choice word before going back over the fence. It took a few tries. He gets back on his bike and rides away. I move across the yard and find Madeline Donnerly sitting on her mongoose and Horton sitting on mine. I take it you handled things, buddy? Madeline asks in her mousy voice. Yeah, he got the point, I tell her. Today, anyway. You okay, Horton? Horton smirks. Yeah, he didn't get me. At least today. What did you do this time? Madeline asks him. Horton shrugs. Nothing, I swear. He saw me and Bailey Downs together at Bobbletopia yesterday. Then today he comes to school and comes right after me in the hallway. You don't suppose he's got a thing for Bailey, do you? Madeline shakes her head a little. Nah, I can't see it. Also, Bailey would have said something to the rest of us. Well, at least us girls. Then I point to the house. I can't believe you actually went in there, dude. You do know what this place is, right? Or did Hitzigger clock you and you don't remember? Had to make a quick decision, Carter, he says simply. Cross, Horton, Maddie! A familiar voice calls out. We turn to see Bill Chapman coming. He points right at us. You guys see Hitzigger? I saw him chasing after Horton. Carter got him before you did, Madeline tells him. Sorry, buddy, didn't know you were chasing Hitzigger too, I tell Chapman. He gently smacks my shoulder. Hey, you're okay, Cross. I told Hitzigger I'd kill him if he didn't leave Horton alone. He just doesn't listen. Glad you were there. Guess we both saw him, I said. We're good. Chapman turns to Horton. You good? I'm good, Horton confirms. Then Chapman looks at the house. It don't take him long to put two and two together. You ran in there? Horton shrugs. Like I just told these guys, it was a quick decision. Either I face Hitzigger or hide in there. Besides, I tricked him before I left. Then Horton's telling us about this magic room he found. Magic room? Chapman asks. We all know what kind of magic the Carnavashes were into, huh? Don't remind us, Madeline mutters. Then Horton tells us about this weird antique mirror he looked at in that magic room. Oh, I gotta see this room, Chapman says. I put my hand on his shoulder. Dude, this is supposed to be a real haunted house here in Strickfield for many reasons. The last story Madeline and me read about it on the Strickfield University website was how these two Strickfield High girls threw this big Halloween party there. Didn't take long for things to go south fast when this monster showed up and crashed the party. One of the girls was a Mirren. No one's ever seen her again. What about the Mirrens, Carter? A voice I'd kinda rather not hear right now calls out. We all turn to see Ariel Mirren coming. Then she points right at me. You're gonna be on the Strickfield University website if you don't quit posting videos of me and that rotten goober Stewart on Facebook. I kinda look at Madeline now. She just shrugs. You're the one who likes tempting fate with Ariel, buddy. Then Ariel forgets she's mad at me when she sees where we're all gathered at. Seriously, are you people crazy? There are plenty of places to hang out in Strickfield, and you're all hanging out here. Hello, this is the Carnavash estate. Chapman looks her way. We didn't plan on meeting here. Cross and me were chasing down Hitzigger when he was chasing down Horton. Ariel looks at Horton now. And you had to come here? Horton gives her a weak smile. Which would you choose, Hitzigger's fists or the haunted house? It's a rock and a hard place, but... Then Chapman speaks up again. I want to see this magic room Horton was talking about. Ariel slaps his arm. I guess you are stupid. Chapman points at me and Horton. These two were just in there and came back out okay. Besides, it's still daylight yet. It ain't gonna be dark for another hour. We just go in, look at Horton's room, and come back out. One of us can stay by the door, just in case. I agree with Ariel, Madeline says. I don't think we ought to be tempting fate here. Maddie, it's just for a few minutes, Chapman persists. Besides, I'm curious on what else these carnivashes are into since we kinda came here on Halloween night. Nothing doing. There's no talking Chapman out of this. I point at him. Okay, but I'm coming in with you. Somebody's gotta have your back in case something happens. That's fine, Chapman agrees. Then Ariel snatches my arm. No, Carter, no. I'm ready to shake Ariel off, but then our eyes meet. Why does this always happen whenever Ariel and me are together? Don't get me wrong, Ariel and me have been on each other's nerves since the 3rd grade, but there's times when we really do get along. Only lately Ariel and me have been... Madeline knows there's something happening between me and Ariel. I'll admit it. I really like her. She's really a nice person when she's not putting up her Mirren shield. Then Chapman slaps my arm. Just kiss her already. When Ariel and me look at him, she's growling and ready to slap him. I hate you, Chapman. I point at him. Seriously, buddy, I'm gonna kill you. Chapman laughs. Hey, dude, I'm just calling it like I see it. Then Ariel points at Madeline. I see you biting on your lower lip, Mouse. Go on, laugh it up. She growls again when Madeline does just that. I hate you, Mouse. Then Chapman starts walking toward the house. I'll be right back. I sigh and look at the others. I said I'd go in with him. Carter! Ariel calls out when I'm trotting after Chapman. Perspective, Madeline Donnerly. When I'm seeing 2 of my buddies going in, I hop off my mongoose. Then Ariel grabs my arm. You are not thinking of going in there. I shrug. They're our friends, Ariel. I ain't gonna just leave them to go on like that. Besides, Carter would do the same for me. Ariel points to Horton. This is your fault, Beanpole. Then she groans. Fine, Mouse. I'm coming with you. Wait for me, Horton squeaks. I'm not staying out here by myself. Who knows if Hitzigger might come back? Good thinking, I say. Let's be honest here. This little mousie still ain't forgotten about going back to 1955 and spending a whole week in this house. Back then, the place was still nice, but it still had that creepy vibe to it. But you didn't have to worry about whether you were going to come back out the same way you went in. We're all at the back doors now. Carter and Chapman already went in. Horton goes back inside. The room's over here, guys. Then Ariel and me are looking at each other, kinda saying we can't let the guys go in by themselves. So Ariel and me go in. I think I was expecting the door to suddenly slam shut right behind us, but it didn't. It ain't long before we find the guys in the room Horton found. He was right. There's all kinds of magic stuff in here. Not like the kind of magic the carnivashes are known for. This is all illusion, like the rabbit out of the hat kind of stuff. Chapman's looking at one of them boxes where somebody gets inside and the magician saws it in half. Man, I wonder how this trick really works. Carter points to it as he's raising a saw. Get in and let's find out. Chapman laughs. No way. Carter laughs too and puts the saw back down. Now we're all seeing that mirror Horton was talking about. Soon we're gathering round it. Horton points to it. See, like I was telling you guys, there's some kind of red tint or hue when you're close enough to the glass. Everybody else is looking in the mirror. We do see the redness Horton was talking about. When they finish checking the mirror out, I come and stand in front of it. What the? Chapman gasps. You guys seeing this? Mouse? Ariel chokes. Is there something you want to tell us? Madeline? Carter asks, just as shocked. Yeah, I ain't believing this myself. Seriously, I'm looking straight at the glass, but there ain't another me looking back. I can see the reflection of the rest of the room and the others around me. Just no me. You're not a vampire, right? Horton asks, sounding kinda scared. I raise my finger. I ain't getting this, you guys, but I do know I ain't no vampire. But you ain't casting no reflection, Chapman's stressing. Vampires don't cast no reflection. I turn around and raise my hand in front of me. Honest to goodness, you guys, I ain't no vampire. I point to the open back door. I've been out in daylight all day, right? I've been in classes at school with all of you. Then I get an idea and pull out my compact I used to talk to or summon Mary Worth. Then I turn back around and show everybody I got a reflection in it. This is so weird, Ariel mutters. Then she pulls her own compact out and stands next to me. Mouse reflects in mine, too. But why ain't you reflecting in this big mirror, Maddie? Chapman asks, puzzled. I shrug. Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know what to tell you. Then Horton hands me a candy bar. Eat this. Vampires aren't supposed to be able to eat anything, right? Not true. Bella Tabon, or Bells, is the only vampire I know that can eat food and walk in the daylight. Other than that, Horton's right about vampires not being able to eat normal food. Far as I know, they can only drink blood, and that's it. Anyway, I accept the candy bar and eat it in front of everybody. Okay, you all saw that, Carter says, coming to my side. Madeline passed our test, so she ain't a vampire. Hold it. Let's check her teeth, Ariel says. Open up, Mouse. Suddenly, I'm raising my hands into claws. Bleh, bleh! Ariel shrieks, getting everybody else laughing. Then Ariel's glaring right at me. Oh, I hate you, Mouse! Sorry, I couldn't resist, I chirp. Then I open my mouth and let Ariel feel my canine teeth. They're pretty much the same size as everybody else's. Better be careful, Princess, Carter warns her. Madeline just might be a vampire and chomp down on your fingers. When Ariel's ready to get on Carter, I lean in toward her. Bleh! Bleh! Ariel gasps and gets everybody laughing again. She tightens her fists and growls. I hate you, Mouse. Then she calms down. Still, why don't you cast a reflection in this particular mirror? That's something I want to know the answer to myself. I know who I gotta talk to for that later on. Okay, now can we get out of here? I ask. I would have expected Ariel to give me a hard time about being scared. Yeah, this little mousie's a little scared, but not 'cause we're inside the Carnavash estate. I really want to know why I ain't casting no reflection in that mirror. Also, when the others weren't looking, I looked again to see if Mary Worth would appear. And she didn't. Not concrete proof, though. Mary might have just been keeping out of sight so she wouldn't be seen. The five of us finally leave the Carnavash estate and head back to our bikes. We look for any signs of Irvin Hitzigger, but we ain't seeing him around. But you just know he's gonna try for Horton again when he knows none of us are around. Thinking about it, Hitzigger did kinda give up on Horton for a little bit and started coming after me. Believe it or not, I ain't afraid of Hitzigger. Try as he might, he never could get a hold of me. Nah, this little mousie's way too wily for someone like Hitzigger. He even tried catching me on bikes. All Hitzigger can do is ride, and he ain't even good at doing that. I've been riding with Carter Cross for years. We actually won bike competitions together, so I could easily ride circles around Hitzigger. I don't know for sure if Hitzigger finally gave up on me and went back to Horton, but he'll never catch this little mousie on her best day. After making sure Horton and Ariel get back home okay, Chapman heads off to his house. Carter and me are riding to our part of downtown Village. We pull in the driveway between our houses and get off our bikes. You sure you're okay, Madeline? Carter asks. Aw, come on, buddy. You still thinking I'm a vampire? I sigh. Okay, what other vampire test you wanting me to do? He holds up his hand. Nah, we're good. I believe you. I just keep wondering why you didn't reflect in that Carnavash mirror. I take Carter's hand. I promise you I'm okay, buddy. Just then, the back door opens. Mom's right there. You kids want to come in for something warm? I turn her way. Coffee? Mom smiles. Fresh made. I brighten up. Yes! Carter and me go inside. Mom had peppermint hot chocolate going too, which is what she gave Carter. Carter watches me drink my Ginger Dead Death Wish coffee. He also sees me eat a few Christmas cookies Mom made. Nah, he don't think I'm a vampire. He just worries about me, like a best buddy would. After a while, Carter leaves and heads back home to finish up on homework. I head upstairs and into the bathroom. Sure enough, Mary Worth's waiting for me. You know what happened earlier? I ask her. I was able to hear your conversation once you and Ariel opened up your compacts, Mary replies. I did not have the chance to look over that mirror, but I have a bad feeling about it. I'm thinking maybe I better keep an eye on everybody and see, I say. I shall do the same since I have access to their mirrors, Mary promises. I just got a bad feeling myself, same as you. It's the Carnavash estate after all, I tell her. I'm afraid we may only wait and see, Madeline. We end our conversation from there. I head back down to help Mom with dinner. Dad'll be home in a little while. I got a feeling my mousy sense, my tummy, ain't gonna stop pangin' for a while. Tuesday, December 19th. Perspective, Ariel Mirren. Mouse and I walk home from school together. I don't know what happened to Mona Abels and Bailey Downs. Oh wait, I think Bailey's working with Horton on some project at Strickfield Public Library. I just hope Irving Hitzziger isn't waiting somewhere to jump Horton again. Oh, he tried giving me a hard time, but he's just a coward deep down. Irving is bigger and fatter than me, but I don't back down from anybody, not even my own mom. When we reach the side door next to the main gate, I ask Mouse if she wants to come in with me. Yeah, I can study with you for a little while, she replies. I punch in the gate code for us to go in. After I close the door, we walk to my house a few blocks down and off Capitol Court. As soon as we're inside, I'm ready to call out to Mom and let her know I'm home, like she really cares whether I'm here or not. But on this particular day, Mom does care. She suddenly comes right out of the downstairs hallway and grabs hold of my shoulders. Why would you do such a thing, Ariel Renaissance Mirren? Then I'm seeing my little 4-year-old goober of a cousin just behind her. Now I'm looking Mom in the face. What do you mean? Do what? I just got home from school. Ask Madeline here, she walked with me. I've seen Mom at her worst before, but this time, if I didn't know any better, I'd swear she's ready to literally skin me alive. She takes her hands off one shoulder, clamps down on the other one, and makes me come into the grand dining room. Look at it! She roars. I put my hands to my mouth and gasp. This is where we usually eat dinner at night, but you wouldn't know it now. Then I hear Mouse gasp behind me. I'm half expecting Mom to point at Mouse and order her to leave, but she never makes so much as a single glance at her. Getting back to the grand dining room, it's completely wrecked. 2 of the china cabinets are tipped over, and many of the antique dishes and cups are shattered. Mom mentioned how expensive they were in the past. The cabinets themselves are antique, and the glass is shattered out on those doors. If that's not enough, all of the old oak chairs are busted up. Even the grand table is all scratched. I mean, this very room was all full of priceless antiques. Then Mom turns me to face her and starts shaking me. Why would you do this? Why? She shoves me away. I've always known you were a spoiled brat, Ariel, but this is just too much. I tighten my fists. What are you talking about? I yell back. I didn't do anything to this room. Then I see Stuart pointing at me and snickering where Mom can't see him. I rush right around her and grab his shoulders. Did you do this, you rotten little goober? Did you? Stuart responds by kicking me hard in the shin. That's when Mom turns me back around. Oh, no, you don't, child. You come with me this instant. Mom brings me to her office where she codes her computer games. I rarely ever come in here. In fact, Mom never likes me to disturb her while she's working unless it's a real emergency, period. She shoves me to her computer and points to some security footage. Now I'm gasping when I see something impossible. That's right, Ariel Renaissance Mirren, Mom snaps. That is you in that security footage. There's no way that you can deny it. Don't you dare put the blame on Stuart. He was with me the entire afternoon. Then Mouse steps up and points to the time listed on the upper left square. Is this the correct time the video was recorded, Mrs. Mirren? Mom looks at Mouse like she's out of line. She seems ready to yell at her, but she doesn't. Yes, it is, Madeline. Why do you ask? Well, if this happened at 2:04 p.m. today, Mouse looks right at Mom. Ariel and I were in 8th period at school at that time. Ariel's in all of my classes with me, Mrs. Mirren. I nod fast. Yeah, that's right, Mom. I've been in school all day. You can go to school and ask all my teachers. You can ask all my friends. Madeline's right. We're in every class together. How could I have come home and wrecked the grand dining room while I'm still at school? But Mom isn't buying it. The camera footage clearly shows you, Ariel, and you wrecked the grand dining room. I have a good mind to send you to live with other relatives. You're just getting to be too much anymore. But I didn't do this, Mom, I protest. Didn't you hear Madeline? We were in school together all day. All day, Mom. Again, I've got lots of witnesses. Mouse taps my forearm. Take out your test. I quickly open my backpack and take out my test paper. Madeline and I were taking this test during 8th period, right at the time she pointed to on that screen. I'm sorry, Mom, but I'm not taking the blame for doing this. Mom snatches up the test paper and looks at it. Then she rips it right up in front of me, throwing the remains on the floor. She puts her finger right in my face now. You can't talk your way out of this, you little monster. Then she points to the computer screen again. That is obviously you on all of these angles. And that's not all you did. Suddenly, Mom grabs my arm and pulls me out of the living room. When we're there, she shoves me in. I gasp when I see the living room itself is also wrecked. What do you have to say for yourself? Mom scolds me. You weren't content with destroying the grand dining room. You also had to destroy the living room. Look what you did to the Christmas tree and all the presents. Now she turns me around. Do you realize how much money it's going to cost to restore everything that you destroyed today? I'm seeing Mouse behind her giving me that look. No, she's not scared of me. She's scared of what I'm about to do. I'm tightening my fists and heaving now. Then I point at my mom and scream, I didn't do this! I'm so beyond mad right now that I run to grab something and throw it at Mom, but then Mouse is right there to stop me. No, don't do it, Ariel. I'm looking Mouse in the face as she's shaking her head quickly. No, Madeline, step aside, Mom tells her. Let Ariel throw that debris in her hand at me. Show me how much you truly hate me, Ariel. Do it. When I see Mouse's pleading face, I shake my head myself and drop the thing in my hand. If you know me by now, you know I give Mouse a hard time. At the same time, you also know that I truly cherish my friendship with her. I couldn't tell you how many times Madeline Donnerly has proven to be my conscience in extremely bad situations. I take a deep breath and look at Mom. I don't care what your camera footage says. I'm sticking by what I said. I didn't do any of this, and I've got witnesses to confirm where I was. Mom still won't back down either. She sighs now. I see. Well then, Ariel, since it seems you've grown too wild, beyond my control, I want you out of my house. I gave you a good home. I've let you have your slumber parties on Friday nights with your friends. I've usually let you have your way in most instances, but you went too far this time. I've tried to teach you how to be a dominant Mirren, but this is not what I had in mind. I mean it, child. Get out of my house. Normally, I have tried to be a dominant Mirren. I've tried to be more like Mom, but I can't handle this anymore. My feelings become too much and I start crying. Mom and I have always had a strained relationship, but now this horrible thing has happened. I really don't know how to fix this. Mouse even vouched for me, but I can't prove it wasn't me. No, Ariel, you don't get to do this, Mom snaps. Go pack what you need and get out of my house. You think you don't have to listen to me anymore? Then leave here and go make your own way in the world. Then Mouse says to her, I'm telling you, it wasn't Ariel, Mrs. Mirren. Now Mom gives Mouse this weird look. Then she approaches her and puts her hand on Mouse's shoulder. Madeline, you've always been the most level-headed person among Ariel's friends that I know. I know your mother, so I feel that I also know you. So I'm going to ask you nicely. Would you please stop trying to cover up for Ariel? Mouse remains calm and doesn't back down. Ariel didn't do this, ma'am, and I'm going to stand by that. Ariel really was with me at school all day. Again, she's in all of my classes. Please just ask our teachers. They'll all tell you she was in their classes today. Then how do you explain the video footage? Mom persists. I can't, Mouse replies. I'm just as puzzled myself, but I do know Ariel was with me all day at school. I even walked home with her. I promise I ain't lying to you. Also, Carter Cross is in our 8th period class with us. He'll also tell you Ariel was there. Now Mom seems conflicted. Then she takes a deep breath. What did Ariel threaten you with, Madeline? What? Mouse and I both cry out together. Mom points at Mouse. I would have expected better from you, Madeline Donnerly. Seriously, what did Ariel threaten you with? Now she looks right at me. I myself taught you the Mirren ways. So what did you threaten little Madeline Donnerly here with, Ariel? I point right at her now. Oh, you! Oh, man! Mouse groans and quickly covers her ears before I belt out the absolute most blood-curdling scream I've ever belted out to date. Perspective, Bill Chapman. It ain't long before I make it home. I'm only halfway in the driveway when I hear someone. Chapman! I turn around and see Horton running my way. I quickly drop my backpack and get my fists ready. Seriously, if Hitzigger's chasing Horton again... Nope. Horton's by himself. He stops running when he reaches me. You okay, Horton? I ask. What are you running from this time? Is it Hitzigger again? Horton takes a few deep breaths. No. Mom's after me now. Huh? What do you mean your mom's after you? I ask. He raises his arms up and outward. Mom's being a complete psycho today, Chapman. I give him a weird look. She's always a complete psycho, bud. I'm not lying. Ever see Stephen King's It? Remember that psycho mom who tried keeping Eddie from his Losers Club friends? Well, in the real world, that's Horton's mom. She don't hide the fact she can't stand any of us. I couldn't tell you how many times Meredith Horton's tried keeping her son in the house forever and ever. Now Richie's usually a pretty easygoing kind of guy. A little too easygoing if you ask me. Anyway, he's stood up to Meredith when she'd get out of line with him. After Halloween night, Meredith told Richie he'd never hang with us ever again. He told us about it when we started going to Strickfield Junior High again. Oh, and get this. Meredith just hates Maddie Donnerly. I ain't got no clue why. None of us do. I couldn't tell you how many times Meredith's yelled at her. Just her. You gotta hand it to Maddie, though. She just shrugs her off and never lets Meredith get to her. Also, Horton's mom won't even let Maddie come into the house. She barely tolerates us, but why hate on Maddie? Richie finally talks to me. I got in the door after school, and Mom was there. Suddenly, he puts his hands on my shoulder. Now I know something's wrong when he's doing that. I mean, I don't care 'cause Horton's my bud, but you remember the Christmas tree and all the presents in the living room? Yeah, I utter. The living room was a complete wreck, Chapman, Horton continues. The tree was destroyed. All the presents were opened and the contents thrown everywhere. Mom got me a new video game console and it was all busted up. When I asked Mom what happened, she blamed me. She said I did it. She said she saw me wreck the living room. Then she said I knocked her down and ran out the back door. I'm just looking at Horton now. Let's get real here. I've known my two best friends, Richie Horton and Brian Chunk, since we were pups. We've been through thick and thin together, especially when it comes to Abigail Tomlin's ghost and us disappearing for a whole year. I guess what I'm saying here is that Horton ain't the kind of person who'd just make crazy stuff up. Yeah, what he just told me sounds nuts, I know. Before I can answer Horton, we hear tires squealing. We look to see Horton's mom's car out in front of my driveway. You get back here right now, Richie, Meredith yells, pointing at him. Right now. Then she points at me. I'll bet you and that Madeline Donnerly put my son up to this, didn't you? I take a few steps her way and throw my arms up. Aw, would you just get serious for once in your life? She quickly backs up enough to where she can haul right into the driveway. I quickly turn back to Horton. Back door, bud. Horton and me run to the back porch. I quickly get the door open and push Horton inside. Before Meredith can rush into the house, I quickly slam the door and lock it. Hopefully she ain't psycho enough to break the glass to unlock the door. Horton and I go into the living room and... What the? I yell. Horton and I see my living room. I don't know what happened here, but it looks just like what Horton said his living room was like. The branches on the artificial Christmas tree are all over the place. The presents are all destroyed. Even the huge new TV Dad had just installed has a huge hole in the center of it. What's going on here, Chapman? Horton squeaks. Yeah, he's right to be scared. I look at him. Just tell me this ain't you here. Horton throws his arms up. Aw, come on, Chapman. Where would I find the time to trash my house and yours? He points to the back door where that nag's still banging away. Mom there said I did all that back at my house around the time we were at school during lunch period. Lunch period? Are you serious? I quickly raise my hand. Yeah, you are. You don't lie. Also, we were having lunch with Chunker, Cross, and Maddie in our school's cafeteria, so we can definitely vouch for you. Horton looks worried. But who can vouch for you? We don't know when this happened. Now, I ain't one to be scared of nothing, but then... Bill? That better not be you, boy! Any other time, I don't mind hearing my Army drill sergeant dad talking like that, but I ain't liking how he's calling out my name right now. If what I'm thinking happened the way Horton said happened to him, I know I ain't gonna want to face my old man. Soon as we hear him moving fast to the stairs to come down, Horton and I don't think twice and hit the front door. Horton and me leap off the front steps and run for it. Horton and me can run pretty fast, but there's two people I know for sure we can't outrun. Ariel Mirren's one of them. The other one is my old man. And believe me when I say you never want my old man chasing after you. Company, halt! Dad yells at us. Dad's really a great guy, even though he's an army man. But when he's got it in his mind about something, kinda like what just went down, good luck trying to explain your side. Man, I don't know about Horton, but I can hear my old man catching up. He's gonna get both Horton and me. Horton's mom's a little ways behind, but she's chasing us down too. I said, company, halt! Dad yells even louder. We're dead meat, Horton, I tell him. I'd rather face Hitzziger than your dad and my mom right now, Horton says. Just then, Cross and Maddie appear on their bikes and stop as we're about to cross the street. Get on, Cross tells us. They both lift their butts off their seats so Horton and me can get on. We gotta move, Madeline, Cross tells her when he sees my old man and Horton's mom. Maddie gulps when she sees how fast Dad's running. Still, she and Cross are pedaling as fast as they can. They'd probably get away from my old man easier if Horton and me weren't on their seats. Maddie and Cross keep pedaling for all they're worth. Dad's nearly 50, but you wouldn't think so with how fast he runs. He comes so close to catching us. He almost grabs me off Maddie's bike, but the smallest and thinnest girl in our group finally outpedals my old man. You gotta come back to base and face your court-martial sometime, boy, Dad yells. Maddie and Cross keep riding until we make it to the driveway in between where they live. We all pull in and head out back. Soon we stop and are off the bikes. Then we see Ariel Mirren coming out of Carter's house, which is the red brick one on the right. Cross points to his house. Let's go inside. The four of us join Ariel, who holds the door open and lets us in. When she closes it, Cross faces all of us. Somebody want to tell me what's going on here? He points to Ariel and Maddie. The girls both said Princess's castle in the gated community got trashed big. Then I jump a little when I feel someone moving around my leg. I look down and see a little kid. That's my 4-year-old cousin Stuart, Ariel tells us. Mom was really freaking out when Mouse and I made our jailbreak from my house. Guess Mom also scared Stuart and he ran after us. We had to bring him along. Then she looks at him. I should have left you back there for kicking me earlier, you little goober. Stuart gives her a mean look and looks ready to grab something, but Maddie quickly gets in between them. Come on, you two. We got bigger problems here right now. Then Maddie takes off her beret and puts it on Stuart's head. He don't look so mad now. Then Cross continues. My parents ain't home yet, but they're already freaking about their classic van in the garage. It was cherry. Now it's all dented on the outside and busted up inside. He points upstairs. Their bedroom is also destroyed, including their waterbed. And that living room's a wreck. The Christmas tree and presents are destroyed. Cross's parents are a couple of laid-back hippies, but it don't sound like they're going to be so laid back when they come home and find him. Can't you explain to your parents when they get home, Carter? Maddie asks. Cross whips out his smartphone. Yeah, kind of a problem there, Madeline. When she sees the phone, she gasps. Then Cross shows the rest of us. It's his Instagram, only now there's pictures showing him wrecking the van, his parents' room, and the living room. How about you two? Cross asks us. Perspective, Madeline Donnerly. Aw, man. Seriously, what is going on here? We're listening as Horton and Chapman explain their stories and why they were running when we found them. I don't get it either, Carter tells us. Okay, I think we agree we all were at school when we supposedly did all this stuff. But somehow our parents have witnessed us doing everything, Ariel replies. Carter's right. How could we all have trashed everything we supposedly trashed when we were all at school? Then she looks right at me. You better go check your house, Mouse. I ain't really wanting to, but at the same time, I gotta know. Fine, let's go. We leave Carter's house and head next door to my place. I open the back door and let the others come in. After closing the door, Carter tells me he'll check the basement. We stay and wait. All good down here, Madeline, he calls up. We wait for him to come back up, then we check the rest of the first floor. I'm almost afraid to look in Mom's studio. I gulp and open the sliding doors. Whew. Everything's looking good so far. The rest of the rooms down here ain't trashed or destroyed in any way. Also, the Christmas tree, presents, and decorations are still intact in the living room. I really don't want to go upstairs, but I gotta see. We all head up. So far, we ain't seen Mom nowhere, and Dad usually don't get home till around 6. If anybody's gonna be here, it'll be Mom. When we reach the top, Carter goes and checks the bathroom. When Ariel's pointing at a spare bedroom that's kinda got some junk in it, I nod. She turns on the light and looks inside. "Looks okay, Mouse," she tells me. We finally reach my bedroom. "Really, Mouse?" Ariel asks, pointing to the sign on my door that says, "Welcome to the Mouse Hole." I remember seeing that sign earlier in December when I came looking for you and Carter, before you both slipped out and got away. You both remember that, right? "Don't remind us, Princess," Carter tells her. I take a deep breath and open the mouse hole's door. Then I flip on the light. I'm both shocked and relieved at the same time. Everything's still intact in there. Just for good measure, I open my sliding closet doors. I turn around to face the others, then I remember we still got one more room. Aw, man, if Mom and Dad's room's wrecked, I ain't never gonna hear the end of it, I mutter. I'll go and take a quick look. Wait here. I'm ready to walk out of the mouse hole when Mom suddenly appears in the doorway, making us all shriek. Ariel never saw me, but I did gasp a little. I ain't forgot how Ariel promised she'd see me get scared one day. Well, this is one more she just missed. Mom ain't looking at all of us. Just me. "Mom, it wasn't me," I tell her. "I just got home. I swear, I ain't never trashed your bedroom." I heard the guys say Mom was a dead ringer for Violet from Friday the 13th Part 5 with her looks and her punk rock clothes. Mom's giving me a weird look and folding her arms in front of her. "Excuse me, Maddie, what?" Your bedroom ain't trashed or busted up?" I ask weakly. Mom laughs a little. "And why exactly would my bedroom be trashed or busted up?" Then she's looking at all of us again. "Okay, kids," she points at Ariel. "Honey, your mom just called here looking for you and little Stuart there. And believe me when I say she sounded like she was about to have an aneurysm. She kept repeating something to the extent of how you wrecked her dining room and living room." Ariel groans. "Mrs. Donnerly, I swear I never did any of those things." Mom unfolds her arms and extends her little finger. "You willing to pinky promise on that, Ariel?" Think very carefully before. Ariel quickly locks her little finger with Mom's. "Pinky promise." Mom nods at Ariel and points at Carter. "I also got a call from your parents, too. Sounds like you're in big, big trouble when you get home." Carter holds out his pinky. "I'm willing to make the same promise, Mrs. Donnerly." Mom waves him off. "No need." She looks over all of us again. "I believe you. Now let's go downstairs to the living room. Then you're all going to tell me everything. And I do mean everything." As Mom's turning around, Chapman calls out, "You ain't gonna believe us, ma'am." Mom raises her eyebrow to him. "Try me, Bill. And that goes for the rest of you. Now, downstairs." Carter flips off the mouse hole's light. Then we all follow Mom downstairs to the living room and sit. Mom goes into the kitchen and comes back with some Christmas cookies. She puts them on the table and then brings sodas to go with them. Little Stuart ain't sure if it's okay. Mom smiles and hands him a couple cookies before she goes and sits in her recliner, kinda like she's the head of a meeting. After she crosses her legs, she folds her arms in front of her again. "Okay," Mom says with finality. "Try me." Perspective. Carter Cross. Madeline's mom, Tiffany, listens as we're telling her everything we're in trouble for. She still don't seem too convinced. She unfolds her arms and raises her finger. "Okay, you kids need to go further back. Something had to have happened in between all of you leaving school and the incidents that took place today." We all tell Tiffany everything we did, but she still doesn't look convinced. "Okay, did you guys do anything out of the ordinary or interesting on another day prior?" she asks. Then Horton finally says it. "We were at the Carnavash estate yesterday." Tiffany raises her eyebrow to him. Ah, now we're getting somewhere. Do tell. Horton tells her how we originally ended up at the Carnavash estate and how we weren't there with him originally. The rest of us pick up and tell Tiffany how we all ended up there. And aside from you, Richie, did any of you go into the house? She asks. We all admit we did. Then Madeline tells her mom about the big mirror. We all chime in about that magic room and how we all looked into the mirror. That's it, Mrs. Donnerly, Ariel finishes. We all pretty much stayed together. We didn't mess around with anything in that room, and we didn't go into any other rooms. We just looked at that mirror. After that, we left. Tiffany looks at all of us now before giving her 2 cents. Personally, I believe things don't just happen. Something makes things happen. All of you should remember that when it comes to that old house. Things are never as seldom as they seem. I myself have never been in the Carnavash estate, but there's a reason why things in Strickfield end up on the university's website. Do you believe us, Mrs. Donnerly? Ariel asks. Let's be honest, Ariel. There are many reasons why I shouldn't believe any of you here. Even my own daughter, Tiffany admits. However, I've known most of you for years, including you, Carter Cross. I also know my own daughter. As for Richie and Bill, I'm getting to know you two as well. None of you look like you're the sort to do the things you were seen doing. At the same time, people saw you, all of you, with the exception of you, Maddie. Then Madeline comes out with it. Funny thing, Mom, I was the only one who didn't cast a reflection in that Carnavash mirror. She raises her finger. For the record, I ain't no vampire. Maddie's right, ma'am. We all saw it, Chapman agrees. Oh, I have absolutely no reason whatsoever to doubt my own daughter, Tiffany tells him. Baxter and I both raised Maddie, and she doesn't lie to us. Now, the way I'm seeing things here, that mirror probably has a lot to do with what's going on with all of you. All of you were seen doing damage of some kind to your parents' houses, except for you, Maddie. Then Madeline remembers something. I ain't been out in the garage yet, Mom. Carter and me parked our bikes out there, but what if the garage is wrecked like Carter's? Tiffany gives Madeline a gentle smile. I can assure you the garage is definitely not wrecked, since I just pulled my car in there. Also, absolutely nothing in this house is wrecked either. Honey, I got home just before all of you came here, and I checked all the rooms myself. So, what do we do now? Horton asks. We can't just sit here, right? No, I don't think so, Tiffany agrees. We can't do nothing either. Truth be told, I honestly don't think anything will happen here. I'm thinking it would have happened already. Not that something couldn't happen, Mom, Madeline says. You could be right, but I don't think so, Tiffany replies. You thinking that mirror at the Carnavash estate has something to do with what's going on with the rest of us? Chapman asks Tiffany. Tiffany leans forward in her recliner a little. Well, we know what's going on with the rest of you is most illogical. How can all of you be creating chaos at your homes when you're at school? Doesn't make sense by itself, does it? With all you've mentioned about that mirror you looked into, that's what makes all this have perfect sense. Maddie looked into it with the rest of you, yet nothing happened here at the house. The rest of you saw yourselves in that mirror. Ariel suddenly remembers. Stuart here wasn't at the Carnavash estate with us yesterday, so he didn't look in the mirror. Tiffany looks at him now. Quite right, Ariel. Stuart, would you come here, please? Much to our surprise, he listens to Tiffany and goes to her. Now he's waiting for her to talk to him. Stuart, you're not in any trouble here, okay? I just want to ask you a few questions. Are you okay with that? Stuart nods slowly. Tiffany points at Ariel as she talks to Stuart again. Did you actually see your cousin here in her home, wrecking the dining room and living rooms this afternoon? Stuart nods quickly. Perspective, Ariel Mirren. I shoot to my feet and point at him. "Oh, you lying little goober!" Tiffany glances my way. "Ariel, please. I know you're angry, and you have every right to be. I want to know what happened from Stuart's point of view, please." I groan and sit back down. "Okay, Mrs. Donnerly, I'm sorry." "It's okay," Mrs. Donnerly murmurs. Then she looks at Stuart again, points my way, and repeats her original question to him. Stuart nods quickly again. Mrs. Donnerly lowers her hand. "Stuart, has Ariel ever shown any kind of behavior like this afternoon that you remember? I know you and Ariel don't get along the greatest, but I need you to be as honest with me as possible here." Stuart looks at me. I really don't know what the little goober is thinking. Then he looks back at Mrs. Donnerly and shakes his little head. "Okay, thank you, Stuart." Mrs. Donnerly asks him one more question. "Ariel is sitting here in the living room right now. Do you feel she wants to hurt you in any way? Please think about this very carefully before you answer." Again, Stuart looks from me to Mrs. Donnerly and back again. He's hesitant in answering her. He looks at me one more time, then back at Mrs. Donnerly. Finally, he shakes his head. Then he points at Mouse, who's sitting next to me. "What about Madeline, Stuart?" Mrs. Donnerly asks. He points to Mouse again and looks like he's scared. Soon he shakes his head and points at me. Mrs. Donnerly asks Mouse, "You aren't scared of Ariel, are you, dear?" "Nope," Mouse replies. "I ain't scared of nobody in this house right now." Then Stuart gets all happy and claps his hands. Mrs. Donnerly gets it. "I don't believe Stuart is afraid of you, Ariel, because Maddie isn't scared of you. I think that's why he feels safe too." Stuart nods quickly. Mrs. Donnerly smiles. "Okay, thank you very much. You can go sit down now." Then she watches Stuart come and sit in between Mouse and me. Now he looks up at Mouse. He's always liked her. Mrs. Donnerly is looking at the rest of us. "I'm thinking if anything further happens, it's going to happen at your houses." She points to Carter. "It's a good thing you live next door, because here's what I'm thinking." And then Mrs. Donnerly tells us exactly what's on her mind. When Mr. Donnerly comes home, his wife explains to him what's going on, and that we're all staying at the house for a little bit and why. I can't believe Mrs. Donnerly believes everything we told her. Baxter doesn't seem to show any signs of doubting Tiffany. When she's finished talking to him, he just nods and says, "Okay." Baxter comes and talks to me now. "Tiffany tried calling your house, Ariel. I'm in agreement with my wife. I don't think you should go back to your house right now. At least not until all of this is settled. Tiffany's going to call Stuart's mom and see if she can come and get him." "Good luck, Mr. Donnerly. I gave your wife Aunt Margaret's number, but she's very hard to get a hold of," I say. "Understood," he replies. Then he goes to Carter, who's discreetly keeping an eye on his house from a mid-upstairs window. "Anything, son?" Carter looks his way. "Not yet, sir." Did I hear Tiffany right about why you're watching your house, Carter?" Baxter asks. "You're looking to see if another you may turn up?" "It was her idea," Carter replies. "It's the only one that makes any sense right now." After a little bit, Tiffany comes and finds me. "I'm afraid I still can't reach your aunt." "I don't have any other numbers for her," I tell her. "That's fine." She puts her hand on my shoulder. "How about you come help me make dinner? Maybe it'll ease your nerves." Then I can't help myself and hug Tiffany. To my surprise, she hugs me back. "It's all right, honey," she tells me softly. We suddenly come apart, and not because it's getting close to dinner time. A window shattered near Mouse to get our attention. Then I see him. A second Horton. "You belong to me now," he tells Mouse as he grabs her. "Help!" Mouse calls out. As Carter's ready to move away from the window he's at and go help her, that window shatters too. I gasp when I see another me wrapping her arms around him. "I hate you, Carter," the other me tells him in an evil tone. Then one more window breaks to reveal another Carter. Suddenly, a second Chapman kicks in the back door and enters. Things just erupt into complete pandemonium here. You know things just got bad when little Stuart comes and hugs my leg. Perspective, Madeline Donnerly. Aw man, this ain't supposed to be happening. Now we're under attack by the other's mirror doubles. Knowing my real friends from the mirror versions ain't very hard. 1, they all got red glowing eyes. 2, they just got those evil vibes when you see them. 3, and the most obvious of all, is what they're wearing. For example, our Chapman's wearing a camouflage t-shirt with Army on it. Chapman's double's wearing one too, except the pattern's reversed with YMRA on his. Also, there ain't no mirror double of this little mousy. Yeah, but I'm gonna be bringing in my own double shortly, if you catch my drift here. But I gotta get away from the other Horton first. I quickly drop to my knees and scurry in between Mirror Horton's legs. I'm back on my feet and quickly run into the stairway leading into the basement. After pulling the door shut, I haul my keister downstairs and pull my compact out of my pocket. "We're in real trouble, Mary," I tell her. "You know what to do, Madeline," she tells me. "Mary Worth, Mary Worth, Mary Worth," I quickly say to the mirror. Now the ghostly energies come out of the mirror and go into me. Before long, I'm once again a passenger in my own body as Mary Worth takes over. Mary floats up and out of the house. Then she enters in on the ground floor when she sees what's going on. "Ah, yes. Now I understand why you could not cast a reflection in the mirror at the Carnavash estate, Madeline," Mary thinks to me. "The mirror is a doorway between the mortal realm and into my part of the afterlife known as the mirror realm. You did not cast a reflection because I myself reside in the mirror realm and am currently possessing you." "And them mirror doubles?" I ask. "These are beings who have escaped and are looking to bring your friends back to the mirror. If they should succeed, your friends shall remain in the mirror realm for all time." "Good thing we ain't near that mirror," I say with relief. "No, Madeline, not that mirror. It can be any mirror in this case. They just need that one back at the Carnavash estate as their doorway to the mortal realm. I must stop those doppelgangers before they place your friends in mirrors." "Mary, look! That Chapman's got a mirror, and he's gonna use it on Mom." Mary casts a spell and causes the mirror to shatter. When the mirror doubles see Mary, they scream and quickly run out of the house in different directions. 2 of them drop whatever mirrors they already had as they run. Okay, I was wrong. Our Carter cornered Mirror Ariel before she escaped. Chapman and Dad get over to her and keep her there. Mary quickly casts a spell to make a rope appear around Mirror Ariel. Then she casts one more spell to fix all the windows and the back door to keep the cold out. Now Mom and Mary are face to face. Mom ain't even scared. And then Mom actually talks to Mary where the others can't hear. "Thank you for coming. You are safe for the moment, Tiffany Donnerly," Mary tells her. Then she floats back out of the house and into the basement. Mary brings out my compact and returns to the mirror realm to give me control of my body again. Then I look in the mirror and see Mary's face. "Those doppelgangers will return, Madeline," Mary warns me. "They cannot remain in the mortal realm as long as their real counterparts still exist here. Return to the others. Call upon me if you need me again." "Thanks, Mary." I close up the compact and head back upstairs. When I open the door, Ariel grabs me. "Where were you, Mouse?" Then she looks at me funny. "It is you, right?" "I'm me, Ariel," I assure her. Then Stuart comes and hugs me. I hug him back. "You're definitely you," Ariel says. "Stuart wouldn't have done that if you were one of those things." We go into the kitchen where Mirror Ariel is tied to one of the chairs at the table. "You think you're safe?" Mirror Ariel sneers. You just wait. The others will be back. One way or another, you will all be going into the mirror realm. Now she's looking right at our Ariel. I had so much fun wrecking those rooms in your house, ruining Christmas. I'm still laughing inside knowing you got the blame for everything. Now your own mom doesn't even want you anymore. Ooh, I bet that's gotta hurt. Our Ariel's shaking now. Oh, you! She tightens her fists and screams. Then she raises her fists to hit the other Ariel. Perspective, Bill Chapman. I reach out and stop Ariel. Then she turns and looks right at me. What are you doing, Chapman? Come on, what good will hitting her do? I ask. It's not going to fix anything back at your house or get you back home. Ariel's still shaking, but she finally backs off. Chapman's right, you guys. Even after we fix everything, I still can't go home. Mom will keep thinking I was the one who trashed those rooms. Then Maddie's got her smartphone out. Hey, Ariel, why don't you go stand behind your twin sister and smile real pretty? Ariel gives Maddie a weird look. Have you flipped your Mickey Mouse ears or something? But Maddie's dad gets it. No, do it, Ariel. Maddie's going to take pictures of the two of you. Then we can send them to your mom. But what if Mom doesn't buy it? Ariel asks. She's the absolute most stubborn woman I know, probably next to Aunt Margaret. Then she sighs. Okay, I'll do it, but only because you asked me to, Mr. Donnerly. Actually, I'm starting a video chat to your mom's phone, Maddie tells her. Got her. Ariel quickly moves up behind her mirror double. Then Maddie gives the signal. Say hello to our mom, Ariel tells her double. Then she looks at the phone. Hi, Mom. Look, what we've got to show you. No, your eyes aren't deceiving you. This isn't a trick. There really was another me who wrecked the house while I was at school. And she's sitting right here, looking all pretty for you. She slaps her double's shoulder. Well, come on, say hi to Mom. Then the other Ariel growls at our Ariel and glares at Maddie. Oh, you. Cover your ears, everybody, quick, Horton quickly tells us. The other Ariel belts out a high-pitched scream. When she calms down, Cross has a towel in his hand from the downstairs bathroom. You get far away from me with that, you muscle-bound oaf, the other Ariel snaps at Cross. Then our Ariel grabs the towel from him. I'll gag you myself if you don't shut up. You still got Mom on the line, Mouse? Yup, keep going, Maddie answers. Now little Stuart Mirren's right there. He gives the other Ariel a mean look before he kicks her hard in the shin. She cries out before she thrashes forward. Stuart backs up when she roars at him. Our Ariel backs him up. Careful, you little goober, Ariel tells him. This other me might eat you up. Stuart looks up at his real cousin. He almost looks like he's ready to kick our Ariel too. But he doesn't. Then Ariel asks everybody, okay, now what do we do with this other me here? She turns to Maddie's phone. Still don't want to talk to me, Mom? We're all trying to tell you you're not seeing things. This isn't a trick for you to let me come back home. Then Ariel explains everything about us going to the Carnavash estate and finding that mirror, which was how we let our doubles come into the real world and how they were the ones who wrecked all those rooms at our houses. Look, Mom, I know you and I don't really get along that well, Ariel says, but I really thought you knew me better than that. If you don't want to talk to me anymore, that's fine. Show everybody here at the Donnerly house what kind of mom you really are. Suddenly, Maddie's mom gets a call on her smartphone. She answers it. Oh, hello, Mrs. Mirren. Yes, here's Ariel. She hands her the phone. Ariel and her mom get into it. Then Ariel's double gloats to Mrs. Mirren about how she wrecked everything and loved every minute of it. Oh, does Ariel's mom give her double an earful. When she asks to talk to her real daughter, Ariel's mom tells her she can come back home, but that she's still in big trouble for going into the Carnavash estate. Then I can see Ariel's mom give her a wicked look. And do you know how you'll be paying me back
for all the damages, Ariel Renaissance Mirren. Let's just say that you and Stuart are going to be getting real close over the next several months. Her mom hangs up. Now Stuart's giving our Ariel an evil kid look. I think Ariel's probably wishing her mom had kept her out after all. Now that I think about it, the rest of us can get off the hook once Maddie's parents explain everything. I don't think they'll kick us out of our houses the way Ariel's mom did her. I think even my old man might be willing to listen to reason. Then Horton has an idea. I wonder what would happen if we went back to the Carnavash estate and shattered that mirror. No! The other Ariel yells. Then she goes crazy and starts trying to get free. Our Ariel approaches her. What happens if we break it, huh? When the other Ariel won't talk, our Ariel shows an evil smile. If you don't talk, I'll have Stuart kick your shins again. When the other Ariel starts screaming and thrashing again, Cross and me go to her and keep her chair planted. Then she screams loud one more time. You finished? Our Ariel asks. Okay, if you don't talk, I think I'm going to scream again myself, right in one of your ears. Better be talking, Maddie tells her. I don't know about you, but I seen our Ariel actually crack windows with her screams. Then I say in the other Ariel's ear, I wouldn't want our Ariel doing that to me. Our Ariel gives Cross a wicked look. I could scream to get your sodas at school now. Cross shakes his head. Never gonna happen, princess. Maybe once you get back home, you can start using King Daddy's royal credit card again to get your own sodas. Ariel growls at Cross. Oh, you! And again, Cross and Ariel are in their trance when their eyes meet. When Cross reaches out and holds Ariel's hand, the other Ariel rolls her eyes. You two are making me sick here. Our Ariel quickly takes her hand back. Maddie's biting on her lower lip to keep from laughing. When Horton sees she's ready to burst, he quickly covers up for her by laughing himself. Our Ariel points at him. You just keep laughing it up, Horton. Then she points at Maddie. I heard you, Mouse. Then she grumbles. I hate you, Carter. Anything you say, princess. Cross sneers. Then I get things back to where they gotta be. Maybe Horton's right. Maybe we ought to go back to that house and break that mirror. The other Ariel starts thrashing in her chair again. Don't you dare! If you shatter that mirror, none of the others can come through. We'll also have to go back since we haven't gotten any of you to take our places. What happens if we end up in the mirror world? Cross asks. When the other Ariel won't answer, our Ariel opens the refrigerator door and takes out a Coke. Then she comes and stands next to Cross. Now the other Ariel's eyeing the Coke. Our Ariel quickly notices. Then she smirks. I think now we're getting somewhere. Perspective, Ariel Mirren. I crack the Coke and take a drink. If it weren't for my girls sneaking this bubbly slice of heaven over to our sleepovers at my house on Friday nights, I'd both be stuck drinking diet sodas and losing my mind. Oh, you want some of this? I ask my double. Don't you dare taunt me like that, my double snaps. Then she looks desperate. I want that soda. Mouse points to the refrigerator. Tell us what we want to know and I'll give you one of your very own. We got plenty. She doesn't believe Mouse until she opens the refrigerator door and proves it. Now my double starts spilling everything. She answers Chapman's question by telling us if we end up in the mirror realm, then we stay there forever. As in, we just take your places in the mirror realm itself? Horton asks. That's right, the other Ariel answers. Then we can finally experience everything you experience, including Christmas. Baxter points at her now. And you just gave me an idea. Mouse's dad gathers all of us into his wife's studio and quietly explains his plan. What about my Coke? We hear the other Ariel calling out. Come on, I told you what you wanted to know. Please? When Baxter finishes explaining his plan, we go back into the kitchen. You realize you're going back, right? Chapman asks her. She gets mad. I'll fight you every step of the way. I'll go kicking and screaming. Yeah, we'll see about that, Mouse says, and keeps her word by getting my double her Coke. She has to crack it and hold it for her to drink since we won't be untying her. People say I'm obsessed with sodas, but the other me, whoa. Mouse ends up giving her 2 Cokes. Better enjoy it, 'cause I'm sure there ain't no Coke where you're going back to. Mirror Ariel growls. I hate you, you little squeaker. I point at her. Nope, nobody says they hate Mouse except me, and me only. Don't care if you are supposed to be me. Carter gives me a strange look now. You sure know how to be a princess, princess. And don't you forget it, I return. Then I raise my own Coke can to Carter. Cheers. That night, the 5 of us return to the Carnavash estate with our prisoner. Mouse's parents are parked just outside until we need them. Let's be honest, you know how many times I've found myself envying Mouse? She's not as rich as my family, but she's got way more than I've got right now. Looking at my parents and then Mouse's, I definitely want her parents. Getting back to now, we're moving the other me to the back door of the Carnavash estate. You really think those other mirrored versions of us are going to come back here? I ask Mouse. She shrugs. I just got thinking how we're always hanging out. If these versions of us are the same as us in most every way, maybe they're like us and being there for each other too. I mean, this other you's got you soda craving, right? I look at the half-drunk Coke that Mouse gave me before we left. Oh, I hate you, Mouse. Then she snickers. The next thing we know, Mouse digs into her jacket and pulls out another Coke. I'm ready to snatch it up, but she scurries away from me. Nope, this one ain't for you, Ariel. She looks to the other me, who's still tied up. This one's for your twin. The other me looks desperate for that unopened can. The others are going to turn on me when they learn I helped you. She bites her lower lip and groans. I want that Coke. It's yours, Mouse promises her. All you gotta do is call for help. See, I'm betting your friends are around here someplace. Either they're coming to rescue you or they're wanting to get us. So now that we're back here where all this started, it'll be 2 birds, 1 stone, right? So go ahead and call them. Soon as they show up, I'll let you have this delicious, icy cold, sweet, refreshing. The other me suddenly yells for help. Chapman leans in and says to Mouse, This really is a crazy plan, Maddie. You sure it'll work? Mouse is optimistic. Yeah, I'm thinking so. Chapman sighs and shakes his head a little. Okay. Ever since Horton, Chapman, and Chunker became a part of our circle, Chapman always seems to have trouble understanding Mouse, but I think he finds her interesting. The other me keeps calling for her friends. As soon as we're outside the door where those magic tricks and that mirror that caused all this trouble is, Mouse looks inside the room. Yup, the mirror's still here. Do we dare go near it again? Horton asks. I know what you're thinking, buddy, Mouse replies, but I got a hunch. Mouse walks up to the mirror. Again, she doesn't cast a reflection, but then again, neither does Horton when he stands next to her. I go and stand on the other side of Mouse. I don't have a reflection either. I look over my shoulder and see the other me. I can see the reflection of the room itself, but nothing of us. Was that your hunch, Mouse? I ask. Yup, she replies. Now we just gotta wait till that other April's friends show up. We're already here, someone calls out. Suddenly, Mirror Chapman slams the door to the room. We never thought to look behind the open door. The other Horton and Carter come out from their hiding places too. It's then when the mirror starts glowing red. Horton said how it only had a slight tinge of red when we all looked into it yesterday, but now it's really glowing crimson. About time you guys found me, the other me says after their Carter unties her. The 4 of them are coming at us now. Time for you guys to take our places in the mirror realm, their Chapman jeers. Don't worry, you'll get used to it after a while. We had our whole lives. When their eyes start glowing as bright as the mirror, we know we're in trouble, but we're not going into that mirror so fast. You want to take our places? You're going to have to fight us for it, I tell our doubles. Then I look at my double. Don't forget, honey, Mouse here still has your Coke. She looks desperate now as she moves toward Mouse. Give it to me! Through my peripheral vision, I can see something coming out of the mirror. I gasp when this big glowing hand wraps around my waist. Guys! I yell fast. Help me! Perspective, Madeline Donnerly. Aw, man. Seriously, how come plans never go the way you want them to? I wasn't expecting this. Guess it just goes to show you. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Anyway, I know I gotta bring Mary Worth back. Only thing is everybody'll see me, but suddenly the door bursts open. My parents are here now. Guess they must have saw the glow coming from the window and knew we were in trouble. Mirror Chapman sees my parents and sneers at us. Really? You gotta call Mommy and Daddy when you're in trouble? What wimps! Mom points at him. It's got nothing to do with that and you know it. We're parents. We're supposed to be here for our children when they need us. Then the Mirror Horton's looking at my parents in a weird way. What's with the Christmas costumes? Yup, Dad's wearing a Santa Claus suit and has a big red bag over his shoulder. Mom's dressed up like one of Santa's elves. Who wants presents? Mom asks the mirrored doubles cheerfully. Presents? The other Chapman groans. What's the joke here? No joke, son, Dad says in a deep Santa voice. Don't you have Christmas where you come from? Then Dad puts the sack down and opens it to reveal lots of presents. Now our doubles look stunned, except the Ariel one who wants the pop I'm still holding. Now she's pointing right at me. I want that Coke, you little mouse. I point to Dad. But Santa's got presents for you, Ariel. Don't you guys want presents for Christmas? Now she looks confused. Guys! Our Ariel shrieks. A little help here? Think, Mouse, think. Ah, I got it. I draw back to throw the can. Let our Ariel go, and you get the can. No, 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 absolutely not. Mirror Ariel refuses. You're all going into the mirror so we can live in the mortal realm. We'll finally get to have a real Christmas. This isn't negotiable. Then I hold the can up and put my fingernail under the pop tab. Okay, I guess I'm gonna drink your pop. Mirror Ariel really looks desperate now. Stop! The big glowing red hand lets go of our Ariel and goes back into the mirror. Okay, you got what you wanted, you little squeaker, Mirror Ariel snaps. Now give me the pop. I toss it to her. It's yours. She catches it, almost dropping it. Then she opens it and groans as she drinks it down. The other mirror versions of us are still wondering what to make of Dad. Then he starts handing out presents to them. It don't take 'em long to know what to do with them. They open the presents just like they did at the houses they wrecked, only this time they don't destroy the presents. Dad even gives Mirror Ariel some. She looks surprised before she opens them. Since they're distracted, I creep to the door and slip out. I move into the next room down and pull out my compact. Mary Worth, Mary Worth, Mary Worth! For the second time today, my ghostly friend comes out of the mirror realm and possesses me. I shall put an end to this, Madeline, she tells me. Mary floats right through the wall and appears in the room. The mirror versions are screaming like they did at my house. They're ready to drop their presents and run, but Mary makes the door slam shut and lock behind them. Mirror Ariel turns to her. Don't kill us! We just wanted to live in the mortal realm. We just wanted to experience Christmas. It's not fair. You misunderstand. I am not here to kill any of you. You know that you cannot remain here. You must return to the mirror realm, or you will indeed cease to exist. The others look sad now. Our Ariel's right. We just wanted to live in the mortal realm and experience Christmas. Mirror Chapman groans. How come you get to be here? I am an astral projection. while you children are the reflections of your mortal counterparts, Mary explains. I'm afraid we are not the same, so the laws that govern you do not govern me. You know, I kind of feel sorry for him now. Yeah, they caused a lot of trouble, but they never really hurt nobody. As if Mary heard my thoughts, she tells the mirrored kids, the rules dictate that you may remain in the mortal realm for 48 hours from the time you leave the mirror realm. You have one more day, then you must return until next month. The mirror doubles talk among themselves. They come out of their huddle. I guess we really never knew how this worked, Mirror Chapman tells Mary. If we can come back during certain times, that's good enough for us. Then Mirror Horton tells us, we live in the mirror realm, but we don't get to enjoy the same things mortals do, especially Christmas. We just wanted to live as mortals instead of just being your reflections all the time. You do understand that you have caused much trouble for your mortal counterparts, Mary reminds them. We can fix all that, Mirror Carter says. We still got a day to be here yet, so we can make everything right again. Then our Carter points at him. That would be just great. If you can fix everything, then we'll call it even. And you even get to keep your Christmas gifts, Dad says, still playing as Santa. Can we get some more Coke before we leave? Mirror Ariel asks. I think that can be arranged, Mom replies. Mirror Ariel turns to the others. Let's make everything right again. Mary took care of everything at my house earlier, but I'm wondering how exactly our doubles will fix up everything they wrecked at the others' houses. Epilogue, Wednesday, December 19th. Perspective, Richie Horton. Our doppelgangers went back into the mirror at the Carnavash estate and headed back home. They even took their Christmas presents back with them. Now we're all hanging out here at Roth's Rings. Well, us kids are here. Maddie's parents went home after they dropped us off. Maddie and Carter just finished playing the new Gran Turismo game. Ariel's got little Stuart up at the counter. Looks like she ordered him a slice of pie and a Coke. My eyes go wide when Stuart picks up the items and throws them at her. The pop hits Ariel and just explodes all over. This is not going to end good. Ariel takes a deep breath and is dripping pop down her face and jacket. Then she grabs Stuart's shoulders. What is your problem, you little goober? Then I see Carter just recorded the whole thing on his smartphone. Maddie's trying to tell him not to do something, but then I get a Facebook notification on my phone. I tap it to see the new video Carter posted called Little Stuart Treats Princess Ariel to a Coke. Then Stuart kicks Ariel on her shin. That's when Maddie comes over and helps Ariel out. Stuart turns to her and is happy she's around. I don't know what Maddie does that makes Stuart like her so much. Maddie lowers herself to talk to him. He seems to be listening to Maddie because when Ariel buys him another Coke, he doesn't throw it at her. Then I'm seeing all the emojis people are posting on Carter's latest video, many of which are laughing ones. I'm thinking Carter did this because Ariel stole his soda when we were in the cafeteria for lunch. Sometimes they got along super well, and other times they're at each other's throats. I'm guessing she'll be hot after Carter once she sees this video. I suppose you're wondering what happened to our doubles. Well, they were true to their word and fixed everything. Don't ask me how, but they did it. I mean, they didn't just super glue everything back together. It was like everything those guys did never even happened. Even the presents were fully restored. When Mom talked to me about it, she chalked it up to being majorly stressed out. She even apologized to me repeatedly for coming after me the way she did. You should have seen Chapman's dad. Remember how he was chasing after Chapman and me before Carter and Maddie came to save us? Chapman's dad apologized too, but Chapman said he overheard him wondering if aliens might have invaded his house. Carter's parents never said anything to him about what was wrecked there. Even so, Maddie's parents vouched for him. When we get to Ariel, she was allowed back home again, like we heard on Maddie's phone during that video chat. Ariel wasn't off the hook, though. Her mom told her that while she was glad the rooms were as they were again, she wasn't going to trust Ariel anytime soon. I think Ariel looked a little hurt over it, but she sounded like she expected that from her own mom. Also, true to her mom's word, Ariel's got Stuart with her. I know Ariel's trying to do the right thing with Stuart. Maybe he's just mischievous at heart, or he really doesn't want to be around Ariel. Who knows? Good thing Maddie's there to defuse him. Oh, we ended up telling Chunker, Mona, and Bailey about what happened. We knew they'd believe us. Why wouldn't they? After all we went through in the last few months, right? In fact, it's a few days later when it's us guys in the cafeteria. Mona and Bailey come in to talk to us. It's not long after that when Ariel finally sees the video Carter posted from Wednesday and tried to get to him. Unfortunately for her, Principal Benjamin Van Diest came in and sent Ariel and Carter both back to class. When it's just Mona and Bailey and the three of us, Bailey tells us that she and Mona are going to Pendleton this weekend to work at the Home Sweet Home Orphanage for a Christmas celebration, and Madeline Donnerly's going to drive them there. After some talk, Chapman convinces Bailey to let the three of us tag along. When that's all settled, we just have to get through the rest of the day. I think this will be a good spot for us to say goodbye for now. Don't worry, we'll be back for some more scary happenings. This is Strickfield, Ohio, after all. Oh, and especially since December isn't over yet. Merry Christmas. A Vampire's Holiday by Rob Fields. Prologue, December 23rd. Perspective, Madeline Donnerly. First off, let me just say this ain't no family-friendly story. Having said that, I only been wherever here is for a short period of time. Late summer up till now don't seem like much. I think it's 'cause I spent most of my life in a reality where one night I went to bed and everything was hunky-dory, and woke up the next morning to the beginning of a vampire apocalypse. I was only 13 when I had to abandon my life as a teenager and become an adult, fast. I fell in with a clan who trained me to be a superb fighter. Eventually, I became the nemesis of Mayor Patrick Gunter, one of the people responsible for starting the vampire apocalypse. I'm thinking he didn't act alone. Not sure who else helped him, though. Anyway, I fought Gunter and kept proving to him mortals could still win where only a few of us remained. The day finally came when Gunter bit me. I was royally screwed, 'cause when you get bit by a vampire, you're gonna turn for sure. When I returned to my clan, one of them discovered I had no reflection. I massacred all of them. I massacred my entire tribe by drinking them all for my first meal. Patrick Gunter took so much from me, including my first and only love, in Carter Cross. Gunter hurt and broke me more than any person should have to endure. In trying to escape from him and his hordes of vampires at the Strickfield Carnival, the mayor himself was able to channel lightning from a passing storm. I ran into the funhouse to try and escape. Gunter's lightning struck the funhouse repeatedly, resulting in me being zapped myself. When I woke up, I found myself in this new reality. After examining the funhouse and the Strickfield Carnival, I eventually found the reason I ended up here. Turns out that funhouse had circuits controlling a time portal. I'm reasoning in my universe, Gunter's lightning struck those circuits and caused me to be transported to a different universe. Here, There ain't no vampire apocalypse, nor any sign of one. I ended up removing those circuits from the funhouse and hiding them where only yours truly knows. Ain't no way I'm letting Patrick Gunter come here. This is my universe. Mine. My home universe became a dark, dead world in just days because there were so many vampires and not enough mortals to sustain them all. Not true here. No, Mayor Gunter literally sent me to Utopia. It's just me here. I got all the mortals I'll ever want or need for food. Also, I make sure these blood bags don't come back like me, decapitating or destroying the bodies after I feed. I'm the only vampire of my kind here, and it's going to stay that way. Oh, I already found other vampires here too, who also made very delicious meals. The vampires here got many differences compared to me. For one, you don't turn after getting bit. Vamps gotta drink from the mortals, then the mortals gotta drink from you. I haven't seen vampires here drink from each other, but I reason this does nothing. Back home, you ain't supposed to drink from each other. When I started doing it, I just wanted to die and was hoping to. But my powers grew from drinking from other vampires, and my powers keep growing drinking from vampires here. But you know what? I actually found a new home here in Strickfield, an outside area people are scared of, called the Backwoods. It didn't take long to see why people are scared of it. There are actually dead people walking around in there, like what you see in scary movies. There's also these things called ghouls. Just like I drink blood to live, they eat flesh for the same reason. It's a few more days till Christmas, and I am so bored. Okay, stay calm, Maddie. You only been here a short time. Remember, this world is utopia, but I ain't gonna have much fun just freely grabbing these walk-in blood bags. Nah, I need an event. In fact, I'm sitting here in my cabin I took from some trapper. I was already in downtown Village earlier this evening and picked up some stuff. After grabbing a few bobbleheads for my collection I started from Bobbletopia, I grabbed a copy of the Strickfield Journal, which also confirms this ain't my universe. Our paper was called the Strickfield Source. Anyway, you get lots of great news out of here. Hopefully I can find some fun and excitement. I want to create some havoc that'll bring heroes wanting to fight me. Ooh, now this is an idea. I'm reading an article about some Mirren woman who's supposed to be coming home to Strickfield today. Okay, so what, right? Well, turns out Mirrens are just as high profile here as they used to be in my universe. Aside from the Ariel Mirren where I come from, Mirrens pretty much fell off the map when the vampire apocalypse happened. Not here. I've been leaving the backwoods here every night and flying into Strickfield to hang out and get used to my new digs. That, and I gotta eat. Oh, I can't believe I got all this delicious food walking around whenever I want it. Like I said, Patrick Gunter, you messed up big. Funny thing, I actually found another you here. You ain't no vampire and you live here in the backwoods with me. But don't worry, I ain't gonna come after you. At least, not yet. And when I do come after you, I won't turn you. For all I know, you might be just as much a baddie as my Mayor Gunter. Still, long as you're living far enough away from me, I'll leave you be. For now. Oh, but this Mirren chick's really holding my attention. I'm gonna go after her. Since Mirrens are so high profile here, I'm wondering what kind of negotiations her family will want to do to get her back. Now I ain't feeling so bored no more. I put my paper down and leave the cabin. I leap into the air and fly. Another difference between me and the vampires here. We can both turn into bats, but I can fly without changing. Today's paper says Annalise Mirren, will be coming home to Strickfield today. Well, it's night now, so she's gotta already be in the Mirren gated community. This'll give me a reason to really see it up close. Back home, the vampires laid waste to it and made it an eyesore. It don't take long to hover over Strickfield. I turn into a bat at this point. I can't believe how bright this village gets around Christmas time. There's all kinds of decorations nearly everywhere. Lights, animatronics, fake snow, decorated trees. We never had this kind of dedication back home. Anyway, I'm gliding into the Mirren gated community now. Not much in the way of decorations in here. Guess these Mirrens don't care for Christmas much. Looking around inside here, you'd swear this place was a whole other world the way the Mirrens are getting it all walled off. I fly to a tree and change back into me again. Thanks to my night vision, I can see everything easy. Funny, for all they do to keep non-Mirrens out, they don't keep people like me in mind. No wonder the vampires back home leveled this place. Oh, but I'm loving how it looks. Believe it or not, I could definitely live here. I drop and change into a wolf. Now I'm walking around. For all these Mirrens who see me know I'm just a doggy who got loose from somebody's mansion, and I'm just out looking for a place to squat. But my patience is gonna be rewarded. Back home, I remember this used to be Felicia Mirren's place. She doesn't seem to be living here now. But I'm seeing Annalise Mirren sitting out on the back patio. There's a hot tub right there, and it looks like she's throwing a party. Oh, this is going to be such a recipe for disaster. For one thing, I'm going to be taking Annalise Mirren. Two, I'm just craving what's on the menu right now, which means three, it's time to create something beautiful. Carnage. I change back to my human form again and walk to these mortals. When one of Annalise's girls sees me and points, everybody's looking at me now. I'm wearing a backless black leather top that shows off my glorious gallery of tattoos. Sleeves on both arms with lots and lots of skulls, and the one on my back that used to be the symbol of the clan who trained me to fight the way they once did. Remember, they were my first meal after I turned. I'm also wearing matching pants and ankle-high boots, plus a choker around my neck. Can we help you? Annalise Mirren asks, real snot-like. I smirk. Yeah, I'm looking for Felicia Mirren. Is she home? I know she ain't, but I want to hear him talk. Annalise starts laughing scornfully. Felicia doesn't live here anymore. She wanted to move out of the community so bad, so I bought our family mansion from her. It's all mine now. Just as well, since I never really cared for my baby sister anyway. Now this snob's getting defensive. I know you aren't a Mirren or a guest here, so how about leaving before I call the police? I'm laughing it up now. The police'll never make it here in time, especially not after I'm through with all of you. Now they're all laughing. To these snobs, I look like a skinny little weakling, even at standing 5'10". Call me vain, but I think I ain't looking too bad for being all grown up. I'm not busty or sporting fakies like these women here, but I'll gladly keep what I got. Speaking of fakies, they're showing their nasty sides, so I'm gonna show 'em mine. I vamp out and hear 'em screaming at my face and claws. I've been eating normal people food since I got here. Now I'm gonna have me some rich people food. A few of them are trying to go inside, but I appear and slide the door shut. A beefy guy slams into the glass and crashes right through it. I grab him and pull him back my way. His throat gets slashed on a shard coming out. He's gagging and gurgling before falling on his back. I quickly get down and drink him up. I ain't gotta bite him since he's already cut open. It don't take long to finish the first course. I'm back up and moving around till I get 'em all, with the exception of Annalise. Of course, I ain't gonna kill her. She's backing up against the corner. Don't know if she's shivering 'cause she's wearing a bathing suit in December, or if she's afraid of me. Probably both. "What do you want?" Annalise stammers. "I can give you money, please." I'm laughing at her now. What would I want with money? I can take whatever I want. I could walk into a bank right now and leave with as much money as I'd want. Getting the picture yet, you rich blood bag? I don't want your money. I want you. I pull Annalise away from the corner and glamor. "Invite me into your house." Annalise nods slowly. "You can come in." Okay, so maybe I can't go everywhere I want to go with the whole needing an invite to get into private dwellings. Good thing Glam gets the job done. Annalise and me go into her mansion. "Nice place you got here," I compliment. "Now I want you to put some warm clothes on, 'cause you're going to need 'em where we're going." Annalise nods once and works on obeying me. While she's doing that, I got one more course to eat. I open the basement door and find that snotty woman who talked to me earlier. She screams and flees. She won't get far. I appear in front of her and hug her to me. She cries out when I'm drinking from her neck. "Oh, please, please, no, stop!" She's whimpering while she's feeling herself dying in my arms. I let go of her and watch her drop. Then I drop to one knee so I can snap her neck and keep turning to pull her head off. After dropping it, I peer back upstairs and find Annalise ready to go. She's wearing warm winter clothes and a coat. I order her back outside. When we're back at the patio, I admire my latest horrific masterpiece. I got half a mind to call the cops and see their reactions when they'd see all these headless bodies, aside from the first one I drank up. Ooh. "Unlock and give me your phone," I tell Annalise. When she hands it to me, I remember the number for the Strickfield Police Department and give them a call. After reporting the murders, I crush the phone and drop it. Then I change into a bat and snatch up Annalise. From there, I'm flying my Christmas present back to my cabin in the backwoods of Strickfield. She ain't no bobblehead, but I'll make her the centerpiece of my collection. I'm really hoping they're going to be heroes that'll come looking for Annalise. I'm dying for both the competition and a challenge. Perspective, Felicia Mirren. Greetings, comic book nerds. It's me, your favorite Spider-Girl. I'd like to say this is finally my second issue, but not just yet. This is both another team-up and a bit of going back in time. This story takes place a few months after my origin issue ended. However, we can pick up kinda where I left off. I remember telling you I decided to take a chance with my college guy that I met. Yeah, he's the guy I found myself naturally drawn to when I first met him. From there, we started having hours and hours of sexy time during my ovulation periods. All because I feel I want to be a mommy and make babies. Eventually, it got to be more than just our hot monthly meetings between us. We finally became a couple. In fact, right now, I'm letting my boyfriend hold me to him while we're in bed. We've been quite intimate since last night before going to sleep together. When we woke up, we had shared some more intimacy together. It's like the more we're around each other, the more we're in bed together. Believe me, I ain't complaining in the least. Funny thing, we still haven't fully exchanged names or digits. I think we mutually agreed that this relationship of secrecy we've got going on is a major turn-on between us. Anyway, we've been having so much intimacy I don't even know if I'm just craving my guy or if I'm on my time of the month. Ever since my freak occurrence that gave me spider powers, I started exhibiting traits like a spider. In fact, I can even turn into a giant version of one, complete with 8 legs and 2 arms. I also got the spider's ovulation where I want to mate and make babies. I'm gonna say I ain't feeling my mommy vibes at the moment since I'm not wanting to make babies. Speaking of babies, my boyfriend's got a little girl named Millie. I actually first met her on Halloween Eve when I was a giant spider. Then for the first time as a human the very next day. She's such a sweet little girl. What's more, she took to me right away when her daddy told her he was seeing me. Of course, I had to tell her my first name since I know hers. In light of that, my guy and me finally agreed to exchange first names only, and his is Gabriel. Getting back to Millie, Gabriel actually left her in my care a few times. The more I'm around her, the more I'm just loving her, and the more I'm getting too close to Gabriel. I mean, you can't be in a relationship with somebody who has kids and not accept them, right? Lately, that's all I've been thinking about. I'm 18, a senior, and the cheerleading captain at Strickfield High School. Gabriel's a senior at Strickfield University, and a Beta Theta Pi fraternity brother. He's also got 9 years on me. Every time he gives me that lady killer smile, I always turn to butter. Is our relationship based mostly on our intimacy? Well, you wouldn't be wrong. Just the same, Gabriel trusts his little girl around me. I can't believe I'm thinking about this when I'm sharing intimacy with Gabriel yet again. When we finish, I let him hold me to him close again. When we look into each other's eyes, he gives me that lady killer smile. We're pecking for a little bit before we look at each other again. I love you, Gabriel tells me for the first time ever. Oh my God. Do I tell him back? Am I really too young to be thinking about being with Gabriel full time? The problem is that's all I'm thinking about. Here I am, a mutant spider girl in her last year of high school, the cheerleading captain, and I'm already in a relationship with a wonderful man who has a wonderful little girl. Yeah, we've gone on dates and stuff, but guess even us mutant spider girls gotta make those tough decisions called life, right? I look him in the face, a serious one. You do realize what you said is dangerous, right? What? That I love you? Gabriel asks in his suave voice, which goes really well with his lady killer smile. I narrow my eyes on him and put my finger on his ripped chest. You do realize we don't fully know each other, right? What if you find out something about me and hate me for it? He chuckles. What could I hate about you? I shrug. I don't know, but what if you did? I mean it, Gabriel. Saying you love me is very dangerous. Now I give him my sweet smile, which he loves from me. Oh, I get it. You're telling me you love me and knowing how much I care about Millie to further entangle me with you, right? Damn it. There's that lady killer smile again. You ain't leaving, babe. You're still here in my life. I raise my eyebrow. Seriously, I'm that good in bed to where you tell me you love me? Before he can answer, we hear knocking on the back door. We're at his parents' house. We've been kind of living here together while he's house-sitting for them over the holidays. Little Millie was out for a sleepover with her friends last night. Seems like she's home. Gabriel gets off me, and we put some clothes on. We go downstairs where he lets Millie in. He quickly steps outside to wave at the woman who dropped her off. Millie immediately comes right to me so I can lower myself and hug her tight. For a little girl, she can hug just as tight as me. I stand up and hold her while waiting for Gabriel to come back in. When he sees me holding Millie and both of us are looking at him, he's smiling again. I think now I can see why Gabriel's interested in me like he is. We've been intimate many times. He knows Millie and I love each other. I'm thinking he's seeing me as a potential mommy for Millie. To be honest, I'd love being a mother to her. Then the phone rings. Gabriel answers it. Sounds like he's talking to his parents. I'm thinking he's going to be on the phone for a little bit, so I ask Millie if she wants to watch TV. Yeah! She exclaims quickly. I bring her into the living room and turn on the set. We're watching some classic cartoons for a little bit when I see the paper carriers just dropped off the Strickfield Journal. I tell Millie I'm going to get the paper and head outside to bring it in. After closing the door, I gasp and nearly drop the paper. That's when Gabriel gets off the phone and sees me. Felicia, what's wrong? The front page says, Massacre at Mirren Mansion. The pit of my stomach hurts when I read the article. My older sister Annalise bought the mansion from me when I didn't want to live there anymore. It just kept getting too rough for me to stay there after our parents died. Also, I never really got along with Annalise much, but I still love her for the fact that she's my sister. According to the article, the police found many decapitated bodies, all drained of blood. It also says Annalise is missing. I've got to find her. Suddenly, I cry out when I feel myself being held against Gabriel. Of course, my spider instinct didn't go off. Gabriel's no danger to me. I look up at him and bite my lower lip. I'm afraid I gotta go for right now, I tell him. He sees I'm spooked. You okay, baby? I nod quickly. Yeah, something's come up. Then I give him my sweet smile again to tell him it's not him. I'll be back later, okay? He doesn't want to let go of me, but he eventually does. I go back upstairs and get fully dressed. After I come back down, I go say goodbye to Millie and promise her I'll be back. Millie's sad and hugs me tight again. Seriously, am I ready to commit to being part of a family unit? When Millie and I let go of each other, I promise her and Gabriel again that I'll be back. I'm leaving my stuff here, so that should tell Gabriel I'll be keeping my promise. I leave the house and know I gotta go into the Mirren gated community to begin my own investigation. Things are gonna start getting scary from here, comic book nerds. Perspective, Aileen Donnerly. Bells and I are training together. We've been training more and more since our run-in with those freaks back when we went to her home in Ravenhenge for Thanksgiving last month. I still can't believe Bells grew up there and that's the Tabon homeland. Still, I nearly died last month. I know I don't want to be in that predicament ever again. Also, those pills Bells made for me to help me with my sickness keep working. I don't know what she made them from, but she hasn't had to make any of the new medicines she brought back from Ravenhenge yet. I keep taking the pills like Bells told me, and I'm still feeling fantastic. I'm actually able to keep the pace with Bells as she's training me. She puts her hand on my shoulder. Okay, Einie, ready to show me what you learned? Let's do it, Bells, I tell her. We assume our fighting stances. When she says go, we spar with each other again. Good, Bells says. Very good, keep it up, yes! Bells has learned many different fighting styles during her time as both a Tabon and a master vampire. Right now, she's teaching me a little bit of everything. Mostly the stuff she learned as a Tabon growing up. I've been matching her more and more as she's attacking. That's the exercise. She attacks and I defend. We keep going for several minutes. Whatever that stuff is Bells gave me is amazing. I feel like I've got so much energy. Finally, she stops attacking. Remember, Einie, what I'm teaching you, you do not use on people at school, even when they upset you. You could kill an innocent if you let your anger get the better of you. I nod. I know, Bells. Then I tighten my jaw and look at the house. You just know how much I hate Martin. Bells puts her hand on my shoulder. He's not worth it. I only agreed to teach you because you're my partner. I mean, it's great you make all our toys for when we go out, but you gotta know how to fight too. I know we always stick close, but what if I'm not there to help you? Like last month, I remind her as we go inside. And like the Thanksgiving before. Bells points at me. But you did handle yourself a year ago, without me. Face it, Einie, you're tougher than you look. But if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even be here right now, I further remind her. Then Bells hugs me. I hug her back. We love each other, but not romantically. Bells and I have been with each other through a lot. We come apart fast when mean Martin comes in, my older brother who I hate so much. When he sees me, I know he wants to call me a little snippet. Martin's always made it clear that he never wanted me. To him, I was always the little sister who kept getting in the way. I kept trying to win him over growing up. To be fair, sometimes he would appreciate me. All that went out the window when his actions with Courtney Rickman came back to haunt me. I didn't take advantage of Courtney when she was drunk at a party, but when she wanted payback. Long story short, Courtney got her payback when her brother brutally assaulted me and gave me AIDS. My weakened immune system couldn't handle a lot of the drugs I was being given. Really, if it wasn't for Bells coming into my life and using her knowledge her Grams taught her, I really don't think I'd be here right now. I have hated Martin ever since that night. To be fair, he's tried to do right by me, but I can still tell he'd rather I be out of his life for good. The reason he doesn't verbally attack me is because Bells told him if he ever messed with me again, that she would mess with him. Martin throws his arms up and just storms right back out the door. That is the kind of tension going on here. Martin wants Bells as his girlfriend, but he hates me. Bells and I both hate him. I turn to Bells. I really don't know how much more I can tolerate him. Bells walks to the door and picks up the Strickfield journal Martin dropped before leaving. Then she turns back to me. I know this is your house, Einie. You said you were born here. Again, if you want to leave here, we'll leave together. I sigh. I really don't want to leave this house, but I'm seriously considering letting Martin have it all. Like you once said, anywhere we go is home. Yes, I did. Then she looks at the paper. Looks like we got something, Einie. Bells reads for a little bit before handing the paper to me. I gasp after reading about the bodies. Then I look up. It doesn't say Annalise Mirren was among them. Nope, Bells agrees. We'll have to go into the gated community when it's dark and investigate. Maybe the hospital morgue, too. I give Bells that icky look. Aw, gross. She smirks a little. Sorry, Einie. I know you hate the morgue, but it always smells so gross, Bells, I tell her. Then Bells and I have our little stare-off before I agree we might have to go there. Can we go there first and just get it out of the way? Bells laughs. Sure. Better go make sure the toys are tuned up and ready to go. I already did. I even upgraded the battery in the sun lamp, I say. I know it's still not perfect, but I can get it to work better, I know it. You know I trust you, she assures me, even when you puke your guts up at the morgue. When she laughs, I grab a pillow and throw it at her. Shut up, Bells. Then I growl a little. I hate going to the Strickfield General Hospital morgue, but oftentimes Bells is right about us sneaking around down there. I get the feeling she's going to be right about us going down there again tonight. Perspective, Bella Tabon. Einie and me use our same plan for getting into the hospital morgue. I disguise myself to get into the hospital and get downstairs. Since the cameras can't see me, I can get into the morgue and open a window to let Einie in. If someone's in there, I use glam so Einie and me can do our business and get out of there. Funny thing, they still never put cameras down here. That's good in Einie's case. It ain't long before she's making weird faces. She's probably gonna puke, but at least she's a trooper. Einie opens a drawer. Ew. Found one, she mutters in her mousy voice. Einie and I pull the drawer out. It's not the bodies themselves that get to Einie, but the smell of the chemicals. Anyway, I'm looking around the neck area, carefully. These heads were ripped off, Bells, Einie says. You can see the necks broken here. Then I put my hand to my chin. I love how you easily diagnose the bodies we look at, but this really bothers me. Not you, Einie. I mean, why rip the heads off? Wouldn't it be a lot easier to just chop them? Clean cut and all? Einie pulls out her phone and brings up today's paper. After reading the article again, she says, The bodies were all drained of blood, Bells. You're a vampire. Any ideas? I groan her way. No, and that's what's really bothering me. Vampires normally drink their victims and that's it. They usually don't rip the heads off. It just don't make sense. Aside from being friends of Annalise Mirren, there's nothing saying what the motive is. Einie's typing away on her new smartphone. After she got it, she took it apart and modified it so she'd have access to all kinds of stuff to help us. She keeps fighting the urge to gag. There are other newspaper articles from around the area about similar bodies. We weren't investigating at that time, though. I'm sure those bodies are long since buried by now. At least Einie and me both agree. It's a vampire. I pick up the head and take a closer look at the neck. Right here, Einie. Definitely fangs. We look over the body further and see there's nothing else, aside from indications of a struggle. After Einie snaps some pics on her phone, we put the body away. We done? She asks. Yeah, I reply. Oh, Einie, if you're not going to eat that greasy pork sandwich. Ugh! Einie puts her hands to her mouth and races to the nearby restroom to puke. After flushing the toilet, she comes out and slaps my arm. I hate you! Then I open the fridge and hand her a Coke, which she drinks gratefully before we leave. All right, let's head to the Mirren gated community, I suggest. Einie waits for me to grab hold of her, so I can leap us both over to the Mirren's compound. Perspective, Felicia Mirren. Thanks to my spider instinct, I can move around inside the gated community without anybody seeing me. I'm in human form at the moment. At least it gets dark early in December. There's no cops around, but plenty of yellow tape and chalk outlines all over the back patio. This is the kind of stuff you see in horror movies, comic book nerds. I can't believe more murders happened here. I left this house behind a few weeks ago. Believe me, I wanted to keep living here after my parents died, but it was getting to be too much on me emotionally. That's how close I was to my parents, unlike Annalise. As soon as she met her ideal man and ran away with him, she literally turned her back on our immediate family. I'm sure you've heard the Mirren ways mentioned many times. I myself know the Mirren ways, but Annalise really used them to capitalize on opportunities, which was how she got to be so rich all on her own. Probably why our parents left everything to me. Still, when she offered to buy this mansion from me, I accepted. Annalise definitely had the patio remodeled. Mom and Dad never put a hot tub out here. Last I checked, there was one in the basement gym for after workouts. I never asked Annalise why she wanted the mansion, but I didn't really care. I took her offer and left. She was even cruel and told me once I finished moving out to never come back. That really hurt. We almost got into a physical fight when she wanted to kill my pet tarantula, Creepy. Nevertheless, I still love my sister because of the fact that she's my blood. That, and I'm also doing this because I want to do good with these powers. Seeing little Millie reminds me about that every day. And furthermore, I'm still looking for the Blue Ribbons, the all-female secret society who made that new life compound that was responsible for much of the tragedy here on that Thanksgiving night, and contributed to me gaining my spider powers. Looking at this scene, however, this doesn't have the Blue Ribbons written on it. I was already at the hospital morgue. While I'm sure multiple murders aren't beneath the Blue Ribbons, they're more about world domination. No, someone else specifically targeted Annalise. Not finding anything on the patio, I go in the house for the first time since I finished moving out. Looks like Annalise had more rooms remodeled. Then I see more yellow tape and chalk lines, like on the patio. Everybody here got an accompanying circle for their head. Except for one. The outline by the broken-out patio glass didn't have an additional chalk circle. I did find one of the bodies at the morgue with its head still attached. Then I remember the Strickfield journal saying all of the bodies had no blood. Aside from me, the only other blood drinkers I know are vampires. I had a few run-ins with vampires since gaining my spider powers. I drink blood, but I try not drinking straight from other people, which is why I buy animal blood from Strickfield Meats. I just need blood in general. Doesn't have to be human. But what kind of vampire drinks blood and then rips the heads off the bodies? I gotta do more research on vampires. I only just learned they were real, and I don't know the exact rules for them. Sure, I've seen lots of movies, but the rules are almost always different. I'm gonna say the vampire that was here drank the blood, then ripped the heads off so they wouldn't come back. The only body in the morgue that still had its head also had its throat slashed. The article said by glass. The vampire didn't bite him then, so there was no need to rip the head off. Okay, I know this sounds insane, but it's what I got at the moment. Also, I don't know why the vampire took my only sister and killed everybody else. Then my spider instinct tells me I'm no longer alone in my old house. I hear voices and leap to the other side of the room to get out of sight. I quietly open the window in front of me in case I gotta bail. I'm wearing a hoodie, so whoever these people are won't easily see my face. Then they come into the room. What? Aileen Donnerly and Bella Tabon? What are they doing here? They're fellow students and cheerleaders at Strickfield High. Aileen Donnerly was also a big help in my solving the puzzle of what happened with my parents and how I got my powers. Now I am intrigued. We haven't been out back yet, Einie, but the vampire's definitely been here, Bella tells Aileen. Don't vampires have to be invited first? Aileen asks. Bella thinks about it. Ah, if I needed an invite into your house, Einie, all I'd have to do is glam you, assuming you're in here and looking outside at me. Then I'd order you to invite me in. Aileen gulps. I'll have to remember that. Yeah, it's very easy to fall into that particular trap, Bella says. I'm thinking that's how the vampire got in here. Annalise Mirren is at least one of the owners here. The article just said Annalise Mirren owns this house, Bells, Aileen tells her. Are they investigating Annalise? Why? I'm watching them more now and keeping my breathing quiet so they don't hear me. I see they both have contraptions strapped to their wrists. They are investigating Annalise. Again, why? Also, they seem to know a lot about vampires. Whoever did this sure made a mess, Aileen observes. So much blood. Then Bella sneers. You sure you're finished with that greasy pork sandwich, Einie? Aileen tightens her jaw and points at Bells. Shut up! She lowers her hand. Blood like this doesn't make me puke, just those chemicals in the hospital morgue. Bella pats Aileen's shoulder. Just wanted to make sure you got it out of your system. Aileen shoves Bella a little. Yeah, I got your greasy pork sandwich. Bella faces her. I can always get your twin cousin Madeline to come out with me. She never gets sick in the hospital morgue. Aileen growls a little, and then they get serious. Seriously, who are these two? I wait for them to finish up in here. They also say something about how puzzling it is for a vampire to rip the heads off their victims. You think the vampire didn't want to sire others? Aileen asks. Bella looks puzzled. Every vampire I've ever encountered has been the same, aside from being masters or not. Siring is a one-for-one exchange. The vampire drinks from you, then you drink from the vampire. But from there, you can come back 2 or 3 nights later. A simple bite just makes the victim bleed. It never turns them. The rules are the same for both masters and garden variety vampires. Not you, Bells, Aileen counters. You're a master vampire, but you're the only one who has their own set of rules. This is true, Einie, but even if I could sire people, I wouldn't know how. Also, having tried to drink blood just after I became a vampire wasn't a good experience. I mean, I literally dropped to my knees and puked. That was when I discovered I needed to eat lots of food instead. Like greasy pork sandwiches, Aileen cracks. I had to keep from laughing. Then Bella laughs a little to herself. Okay, I guess you get that one. She gets serious. It still bites me, though. Ripping the heads off your victims ain't normal vampire behavior, Einie. Let's go look outside. Then Bella sniffs. We ain't alone. And then she looks my way. Perspective, Bella Tabon. It smells like someone who's been just working out. When I start moving to where I smell the person, someone quickly leaps through an open window. I can easily tell it's a girl. I couldn't see her face because of the hoodie, but she was definitely wearing sweatpants and sandals. I dive right through the window and sniff for her again. Then I turn and catch Einie when she's diving through the window. After I set her on her feet, she lowers her night vision goggles. Then we split up to look around the yard. It's times like this when I wish I could transmorph into a bat or even fly. I pick up that sweaty workout girl's scent again. Then I hear Einie in my earpiece. She's on the roof, Bells. How'd she get on the roof so fast? If she's our vampire. I leap up onto the roof myself. The girl's squatting down. She's got her sandals off and is barefoot with a hand pressed to a roof tile. I'm leaping at her now. I'll catch her since she won't see me. Suddenly, the girl turns out of nowhere and shoves me hard, making me fly right off the roof and hitting the glass below. Okay, quite possibly our vampire. Not to mention, she just made me mad. I leap onto the roof again, but she's nowhere to be found. She's in the garage, Bells, Einie communicates to me. She just scaled down the wall and into the window. Can vampires do that? Now I hear a crash. Bells, help! I quickly leap off the roof and land where I hear Einie. She's secured to the siding by webs? Einie's struggling to break free, but these webs have her wrists and ankles stuck fast. When I break the webs, they're sticking to my own fingers. You okay, Einie? I ask. She nods. By the time I saw her, she was right on me. Then I ended up like how you found me. Vamps can't spin webs, right? No, they don't turn into spiders, I assure her. And before I realize what's happening next, someone grabs me from behind and slams me hard right through the wall and into the garage. I fly right through the back window and inside of a Jeep. All right, whoever did that just wrote a check they can't cash. Then I hear Einie screaming. I kick the door off the Jeep and come out. That's when I see the two glowing red eyes of the shadowy figure holding Einie. "About time somebody got here to investigate my artwork," the vampire calls out in kind of a mousy voice. Now I finally get to have some fun. Perspective, Madeline Donnerly. Yes! Wherever here is has heroes too, and here's two of them. The one I'm holding on to right now is definitely nostalgia for me. And the other one looks like I'm gonna get my competition. The girl I took suddenly throws something in my face. I scream and let her go. That little girl threw garlic essence in my face. It burns, but it don't take long for me to heal up fast. Now Aileen's looking right at me through her... Are those night vision goggles? Then she gasps. "Are you seeing this, Bells?" The other girl comes and stands with her. "This can't be right, Einie. No way it can be her." Now I'm laughing at him. "Oh, do I look, maybe sound like somebody you know?" Aileen shakes her head. You can't be Madeline." I hold up my arms out to my sides. "Ta-da! Looks like you win the prize, Aileen." Then the one called Bells shakes her head. "It ain't her, Einie. Maybe she looks and talks like Maddie, but this ain't her. It's not her scent. Believe me, I know Maddie's scent. She's been around us enough times." I fold my arms in front of me. Now I'm just insulted here. I unfold them and raise my finger. I am Madeline Donnerly. No mistake there. I just ain't your Madeline Donnerly. Now that I'm seeing you, Aileen, and hearing about another me here, well, I guess now I know I'm in another universe. Then I look up. You really messed up sending me here, Patrick Gunter. Now I'm looking at him again. Come to look at my masterpiece, did ya? Maybe to you, I made a real mess here, but this is art. I just love carnage, almost as much as I love blood. Too bad the piggies had to wreck it. Oh well, but at least you two are here now. What are you? Aileen yells. Come on, you both gotta know what I am, I return. I mean, you just threw garlic in my face, right? I'm a vampire that came from a whole other universe where my Earth's nearly all vampires. And now I'm here in yours. I vamp out and extend my claws. And now I want to play. Then I gasp. Oh, you want to know how else I know I'm in a parallel universe, Aileen? I laugh. 'Cause I drank you up myself. I'm thinking maybe I'll drink you again. I never liked you. Suddenly, the one called Bells leaps right at me and knocks me on my keister. Then she's picking me up and slamming me into an SUV that's parked outside. But I'm quickly fighting back and showing this other vamp I ain't no slouch. Turns out I can match her for strength. I'm also showing her I got moves too. Suddenly I'm dropping and moving in between Belle's legs. When I come up, I jump right on her back. And before she can get me off her, I'm sinking my fangs right into her neck. Are you serious? Bells cries out. You just killed yourself! I'm really tightening my arms around Bells now. I drank from several vampires back in my universe. But this Bells vampire is so yummy. I can't stop drinking from her. Then she finally breaks free and knocks me away. I go flying to the grass and slide to the patio. I stand up and lick my lips. Now Bells is coming at me. Seriously, you little psycho? You're gonna drink from me? Bells yells. Now I'm smiling. I want more. I don't know what kind of stock you got, but I want seconds. Bells? This Maddie isn't melting away, Aileen stammers. I'm laughing again. Melt away? Oh, Aileen, I've been drinking from other vampires back in my universe. You ain't supposed to, but that's what made me powerful. Then I gasp. Wow, you got some great stock, Bells, 'cause I'm getting a real fix off of you right now. Now I'm falling to my knees and holding myself. I'm thinking they're expecting me to melt like Aileen said. But I don't melt. In fact, I'm feeling more powerful. I'm moaning and groaning as I'm feeling sensations I've never felt before. It's like getting some kind of supercharge now. When I'm back on my feet, I'm looking right at Bells. I want seconds. I'm shrieking with delight when I leap at her. She draws back to knock me away. When she goes to punch me, I quickly grab her arm and swing around to attach myself to her again. She cries out when I sink my fangs into her neck yet again. My body's really coming to life now. Yes. I moan hard. I can't get her off me, Bells cries. Run, Einie! But Aileen don't run away. This time she's throwing holy water in my face. But I ain't letting go. Finally, Bells falls on her side. Aileen tries holding a holy wafer to my forehead, and it don't do nothing. Next, she's using a crucifix, and even that don't work. Now I finally do stop drinking and stand up. I look at Aileen, licking my lips and smiling. Your friend here's some sort of super vampire? I look down at Bells. I drank from you. Now I got your powers too. And apparently you ain't affected by vampire weaknesses. Oh man, things are about to get real fun. Suddenly someone else hits me and sends me flying away. It ain't long before I'm back on my feet again. Then I'm shrieking again when I'm seeing a giant spider? I guess Aileen hasn't ever seen that before either, 'cause she's freaking out too. The giant spider lady got 8 legs and 2 arms with gray fur, claw-like hands, 4 eyes, 2 antennas, and wearing a t-shirt torn down the middle enough to show she's got a chest. Now she's pointing at me. Where's Annalise Mirren, vampire? Now I'm laughing. Why, she's somewhere where you ain't willing to go. I got her safely kept away in the backwoods of Strickfield, and if you want her, you gotta come and get her. Why are you doing this? The spider demands. I really love how feeling evil feels. Why not? Then I head up into the air. Come and get her! But I'm suddenly stopped when I'm tangled up in a sticky web. Now the spider's pulling me back. Perspective, Aileen Donnerly. I can't believe that giant spider woman is real. There have been pictures of her in the Strickfield Journal. I almost wondered if our paper was going tabloid. No, this is Strickfield, Ohio. Vampires exist here. Then again, I just found out last month that other monsters exist outside of Strickfield. The more I'm looking at this giant spider, the more I'm thinking she's on our side. Get back here, the spider tells Vamp Maddie. Then she shoots more webs to entangle her. You ain't getting me, Vamp Maddie cries out. I quickly move up to her. You either stop or I'll hit you with this UV light. But this Maddie shows how wickedly smart she is by changing into mist to escape from those sticky webs. She becomes human again and lands. You gotta do better than that, Charlotte. Vamp Maddie sneers at the spider woman. Then I hear a groan and look to see Bells is still moving. I quickly go to her, Bells, are you okay? I shriek. Too weak, Bells tells me. So hot. I quickly touch Bells' forehead, then turn to the spider. She's burning up. I can tell the spider wants to go after Vamp Maddie. She laughs scornfully at the spider. Guess you gotta choose. You want Annalise Mirren, you gotta come to the backwoods of Strickfield. I'm thinking you should just let me have her. Aw, I made your vampire sick. The Mirren woman or your vampire? Better decide. Vamp Maddie changes into a bat again and flies away. Then I notice the sun's going to come up soon. Bells and I pulled another near-all-nighter. Then the spider surprises me by lifting Bells into her humanoid arms. Where are we taking her? She asks me. I almost struggle to think where we could go. Then I remember something. The spider nods behind her, telling me to hop on her back. She was wearing a backpack and moves it to her shoulder for me to get on. When I'm secure, the spider follows my directions. I have to hold on tight as the creature leaps far distances. She's probably as strong as Bells. Eventually, we land outside of a secluded house that Bells bought here on County Road 113 outside of downtown Village, just in case things come full circle with Mean Martin. The spider glances at me. I can't enter the house like this. I'm too big. I'll be right back. After I dismount, the spider places Bells in my arms. Then she goes behind the garage. A few minutes later, a girl comes to us. She's wearing the same sweatpants and hoodie we saw earlier. She's got sandals on her feet now. Then she takes Belle from me and into her arms again. Yeah, Bells is unconscious. I get us inside and turn on the lights. The girl goes and sets Bells on the couch. Then she thinks to check Belle's wrist. Now she realizes. How can you have a pulse? She asks Bells, almost as if she's asking herself. She's not like other vampires, I tell her. I want to pull her hood aside and see who she is, but she's trying to help us. I leave it go. Bells is more important right now anyway. I just don't understand it. How could Vamp Maddie bite Bells and still be alive? When Alyssa and Allie Mirren drank from her, they both died horribly from it. They didn't do it right away, but they melted into this gross goop. Will the same thing happen to Vamp Maddie? Perspective, Madeline Donnerly. I'm flying as fast as I can. I ain't gonna make it. I'm gonna die burning up. As I'm nearing the backwoods of Strickfield, I know I'm totally screwed. The sun's up enough to where it'll kill me. I groan and fall fast. I won't die when I hit the ground, but it's gonna hurt. Oof! I'm in great pain, but not for very long. I stand up and clear the cobwebs. Now I'm seeing light in my eyes. I open them and scream. I'm still too far from my cabin, and I ain't safe from sunlight here in the backwoods. But I'm not burning up. I stand tall and face the morning sun. I look at my tattooed arms and feel my face. Nothing's happening. I admit I'm scared, but I stay where I am and watch the sunrise more. Wow. I'm still here. I've been out in the sun for several minutes and I'm not dying. It's gotta be the blood I drank from Bells. That means she can be out in the daylight too. I'm continuing to feel more and more powerful with her blood in me. I don't know what all Bells can do, but I've seen other vampires and know they can't be out in the daylight. But the fact that I am means she can too. I'm truly free now. I ain't gotta fear sunlight ever again. This whole world's truly mine to play with and do with as I wish. Now I can truly call my new world Utopia. I haven't seen the sun since Carter Cross's 14th birthday. Still in the sunlight, I start walking back to my cabin. I'm gonna go check on Annalise Mirren first. Then I'm gonna go look for those 3 heroes again and show them exactly what I can do now. Christmas Eve. Perspective. Felicia Mirren. Bella is still unconscious. Aileen and I have been doing everything we can. She's bringing me another cold compress to put on Bella's forehead. I never felt a fever like this on anyone before. I'm almost afraid to ask what a thermometer would read on her. Still, I can't believe Bella Tabon is a vampire. Then I realize the sunlight's coming through the window and onto her. She's not even dying. I once fought a vampire and stopped him by webbing him up. He was stuck fast until the sun came up, and that's what ended him. Not Bella, though. You said Bella was a different kind of vampire, I say to Aileen. She's unique, Aileen replies. She walks in the daylight and eats lots of food. She's not fully undead and doesn't drink blood. She's her own kind of master vampire. I sigh and turn her way. I'm gonna trust you, Aileen. This stays just between us, okay? I pull my hood back. Aileen gasps. Felicia Mirren? Our cheerleading captain? You're the spider lady? I know, right? I reply. I take another cold compress from Aileen and put it on Bella's forehead. Will she die? I ask. Aileen looks exhausted. I really don't know. Then she cries softly. I'd be dead right now if it wasn't for Bells. I'm sick and she's used her family's medicines to keep me alive. She looks me in the face. I can't lose her, Felicia. She's all I have. I'm a science whiz just like you, I say. I don't know how to help a vampire, though. Only thing I can think of is maybe Bella's lost too much blood. That other vampire seemed to drink quite a bit from her. Just then, Bella groans. I quickly pull my hood back on, just as she's opening her eyes. She sees me first. Then Aileen goes into her sight. Bells! She groans. I'll live, Einie. Feels like I got poison in my veins. So hot. Just stay here and lay down, Aileen tells her. Suddenly, my spider instinct's going critical. I quickly snatch up Aileen and pull her to the floor as the front window shatters. I quickly get up to see that vampire again. It doesn't take either of us long to see that she's not burning up either. Now, where were we? The vampire asks. Then she looks down at Bella. I think I'll drink up the rest of that yummy blood of yours. Bella suddenly strikes and kicks her. The hell you will! The vampire goes flying through another window and right outside. Bella's trying to get up off the couch, but she's still weak and sick. I leap out that same window and intercept the other vampire. Yeah, fight me, she cheers. The two of us are locked in mortal combat. Fortunately for me, I'm able to dodge her blows and kicks, thanks to my spider instinct and reflexes. Yes, comic book nerds, I am very much a freak, but I'm also trying to be both a good Mirren and a hero. Every time I punch or kick the vampire, she's stunned for a moment before getting back up. She's loving every minute of our fight. She's tried warping behind me, but my spider instinct warns me of that danger too. I can't believe the kind of reflexes I got. I don't think I ever experienced these in my spider form. Guess there are advantages to being human over my spider body. Unfortunately, I can't change into the spider because it takes around 2 minutes and that vampire won't give me that kind of time. When she gets too close and tries biting me, I quickly cover her face with very sticky webs. Then I grab her arms and give her my pricklies. I hope my spider venom works on her. I get my answer when she starts wobbling around a little. I prick her again and inject even more venom. Now she's walking around like a few stoners I see at Strickfield University when I go there to get coffee. I start laying into her again. I'm thinking if she's out in the daylight, she drank from Bella and somehow gained her powers too. Just how powerful is this vampire? I keep throwing my spider strength into her, again and again. I'm even drawing blood. You know, comic book nerds, she ain't gonna stay stoned for very long. Suddenly, she runs into me with a shoulder tackle and takes me down. I'm stunned now. Then the vampire slithers onto me. Chow time, she giggles in her mousy voice. Suddenly, Bella's right there to pull the vampire off me and throw her hard enough to send her flying halfway through a farmer's field. Aileen's right there now. You okay? I nod. Just a little winded. When Aileen gives me her hand, I accept it and let her help me up. I realize it's now or never. I move behind the house and strip down to my t-shirt. Then I start the change. In 2 minutes, I'm my cute and cuddly giant spider self again. Bella and I move to the other vampire. I point at her and demand, I want Annalise Mirren right now. The other vampire laughs scornfully. You want her? Come and get her. She quickly flies up into the air and is getting away. Bella tries leaping up to catch her, but she's still too weak and falls back to the ground. Damn it! Bella screams. Aileen kneels down beside her. Easy, Bells. Don't push yourself. Bella gets back to her feet. Then she sees me. What do you have to do with Annalise Mirren? Let's just say she's someone I care about, I reply. Bella groans. Fine. It's our fight then. She looks in the direction the other vampire flew. Guess we're heading into the backwoods of Strickfield. I really hate that place. All kinds of nasty things walking around back in there. I put a hand on Bella's shoulder. You gonna be okay to do this? She sighs. Honestly, I still ain't feeling so hot, but I'm gonna do this. Can you carry both Einie and me on your back, Spider? Hop on, I tell them. Bella and Aileen are both short and skinny enough to ride on my back. Hang on! I show my riders how fast I can move on my 8 legs. It takes a few leaps, but eventually we're outside the forbidden forest. No point asking if Bella and Aileen want to turn back. Knowing we're seeing this thing through, we head into the backwoods of Strickfield together to have a meeting with destiny. Perspective, Bella Tabon. I don't understand how that other Madeline Donnerly could drink from me and gain my powers. I already know how dangerous I am. I haven't forgotten how dangerous Thornton Gillian was during my time as a mortal. I was the one who finally killed him, but his powerful master vampire blood mixed with my pure Tabon blood through injuries while I was unconscious, turning me into the master vampire I am now. The fact that this Madeline now seems to have all my powers makes her possibly even more dangerous than I or even Thornton Gillian could ever be. I can also tell this Madeline's not playing with a full deck, which makes her that much worse. Listen, you two, when we fight Maddie in there, don't hold back, I tell them. And remember, Einie, this ain't your twin cousin. Believe me, Bells, I know the difference between our Maddie and that thing we're chasing, Aileen replies. I'm just hoping what happened in that vampire universe we went to back in October isn't a sign of things to come here. I doubt it, Aini, I tell her. Remember, she didn't even know who I was. Either I don't exist in that vampire universe, or she ain't never met me before. Wait a minute. Are you two saying parallel universes are actually real? The spider asks. We don't expect you to believe us, Aileen replies. You had to have been there. No, I believe you, the spider says. I guess you can make this stuff up, but at the same time you can't. Then she stops. It's my spider instinct. Be ready. It ain't long before these white people are coming at us. And I mean white, hair and skin. They also have puke-colored eyes. Hungry! They both roar. We're ready to jump off, but the spider quickly turns to face them. I got this. She snags them both with her webs, brings them to her, and smashes their heads together. They both fall away and are staggering, trying to get up, giving us time to get away. I swear it seems like we're getting deeper and deeper into these woods. How in the world did this big stretch of woods outside Strickfield become such a fearful place? No cell signal here, Aini informs us. Not surprised, the spider replies. Just like in the horror movies. We live them all the time, I inform her. Story of our lives. Aini and me keep riding the spider. Soon we come to another clearing. Stop, spider. I think I smell Madeline. I'm right up above you, we hear her call out. But the spider quickly knocks Madeline away as she drops on us. Aini and me dismount. When Madeline's on her feet, she cheers. Congratulations! You found it. The spider gasps when we see Annalise Mirren sitting lazily on the porch of a nearby cabin. She looks very weak. Then I remember how Madeline drank from me and understand what kind of vampires come from her universe. Don't let Madeline bite you, I warn them, or you'll turn for sure. The spider points to Annalise Mirren. Did you bite her, Madeline? I'll kill you. Madeline snickers. Maybe I did. And maybe I didn't. She points to me. Oh, Bells, since I drank your blood, I got your powers now. I really love enjoying a beautiful sunrise. You set me free. I don't care how weak I still am. Madeline's gotta be stopped. I'm a Tabon, and I can't let this creature win. Let's do this. Only one of us is leaving here, and it ain't gonna be you. Madeline tightens her fists. Okay, entertain me. Suddenly, Madeline howls and leaps right at me. Perspective, Madeline Donnerly. Yes, I'm finally gonna be entertained at last. I was beginning to think I was gonna be bored here in Utopia. It's little old me against a mortal, the master vampire who set me free, and a spider freak. At first, I'm thinking Aileen'll be easy peasy lemon squeezy, but she's showing me she ain't no little mousy with her moves and those contraptions. She can't really hurt me with her moves, but she's showing me she ain't gonna go down easy. The only thing frustrating me is I can't hit that spider. Ah, that's right. Spiders sense danger. She'll always know I'm coming, even when I warp behind her. She's definitely strong, but I'm much stronger since drinking from Bells. In fact, that's what I'm gonna do again. I want all of her delicious blood. I want all of her power. The four of us keep fighting into the afternoon. I can tell Aileen's getting tired, but she's still showing she's willing to fight. Eventually, even with my new powers, these three just ain't giving up. They all triple team me and give me a hell of a showdown. Then the spider girl sticks me again. Wow, she really doped me up this time. I can barely stand. Then I fall on my keister. Seriously, you're all wanting to kill me so bad just to get this blood bag over here back? I jeer. See, I glammed Annalise Mirren and got her to open up about herself. She's one of the absolute worst people you'll ever meet. Know how many big companies she's taken over? Know how many judges she's bought off? That's how corrupt this woman is. You ought to just let me have her. I'd be doing people here a favor. Then Bells leaps at me and pops me right in the face. You'll never understand, Madeline. You're not a hero. It ain't about what people like Annalise Mirren may or may not have done. When I'm almost on my feet, Aileen's right there to fire a stake into my heart. For a brief moment, I'm afraid of dying for good. Then I'm seeing the benefits of drinking Bells' blood again. The vampire weaknesses I once had no longer affect me. I pull the stake out of my heart. Oh, I do know what it's like being a hero. But what you got to live for when your greatest enemy takes everything from you? Oh, I'm really mad and break the stake just by squeezing it. Mayor Gunter caused the vampire apocalypse to happen in my universe. He took away my world, my family, my friends, and my life. He eventually took my mortality when he bit me and turned me into this. Then he finally killed Carter Cross, taking the love of my life away from me. I ain't got nothing left to lose. I'm feeling all that power surging through me as I'm getting madder and madder. So, you do-gooders, tell me then, what else is there left to fight for? I pause. Don't you understand yet? Goodness is weakness. The spider's looking upset. You think I don't know what Annalise Mirren's done? Has it ever occurred to you that I could have turned to evil and did everything you're doing right now? But I got a real chance to do some good and help make this world a better place. If it means I gotta save people like Annalise Mirren, then that's what I gotta do. It ain't our place to judge them. That's for God to decide their fate, not you. Now I'm just looking at him. And one more time, I'm laughing hard. When I finish, I just look right at him. Yeah, you all entertain me good. You're giving me a hell of a fight. So, you think highly of this God, huh? Well, I got something here that says the contrary. That's when I'm reaching in my pocket and pulling out my compact. I open it up and show him. Yeah, I learned about old bloodstone, which lets vampires see their reflection. That means I can use it to finally see my own reflection. Ever play video games? Don't you know there's always a final boss? Well, guess what? It ain't me. Then I laugh it up again before looking into the compact and saying, Mary Worth, Mary Worth, Mary Worth. Boy, oh boy, you people should have seen the looks on the heroes' faces when the ground starts shaking. Soon, the evil red energies come out of the mirror and flow into me. Oh, are these three ever gonna be in for the fight of their lives? Mary Worth used to be a white witch who fought for good. After Patrick Gunter bit and turned me, tainted my soul, Mary's soul got tainted as well, since she was possessing me. I truly wish I could describe what she looks like now, but I simply couldn't do her justice. Now I just sit back and let Mary deal with these so-called heroes. Perspective, Aileen Donnerly. Just when I thought being in that vampire universe last October was scary enough, I should have seen this coming, Bells, I groan. No, we should have seen this, Bells disagrees. Normally, when Cousin Maddie calls for Mary Worth, she's a gentle and powerful white witch who wields the power of the white light. Though she was wrongfully accused of witchcraft during the days of the Salem witch trials, she never turned to evil. She just simply left her body and went into a mirror to escape her death. But this evil version of her, she's colored in many different shades of red, and her eyes are glowing like two burning rubies. Just seeing the power emitting from her, you can literally see how evil she really is. Those sharp fangs of hers truly scare me. Bells is right. We both should have seen this coming. Vamp Maddie sure played us good. Now we may not even live to see Christmas Day tomorrow. Vamp Mary laughs scornfully at us. Her laughter is so scary when it echoes upward into the sky. Madeline called me the final boss, Vamp Mary says in her evil voice. Truly you shall learn indeed what a final boss can be. Suddenly, Vamp Mary lashes out with her powers and immediately strikes all of us down. Oh man. Yeah, I know it's something Cousin Maddie says, but that's how I'm feeling right now. I really feel like laying right where I am and dying. Even though I know I'm dying because of the disease that's slowly killing me. I know I don't want to die. I force myself to sit up. Bells taught me so much since she came to be my best friend. I don't care. I'll die fighting beside my friend. And besides, Felicia's right about why we're the good guys. Problem is, how can you fight a ghost? Then Bells raises her hand. You two are gonna have to sit this one out. I'm the only one who can fight her. That's right. Bells was able to keep Abigail Tomlin from taking Cousin Maddie and her friends the way she did those 3 boys a year ago last Halloween. I don't know what kind of power a master vampire holds over a ghost, but I'm placing my faith in my best friend. Very well, vampire. I shall accept your challenge. Vamp Mary points to Bells. But it shall mean the end of you. Suddenly, Vamp Mary strikes Bells down again with her tremendous power. Bells groans and then stands up. That all you got? Vamp Mary strikes Bells down again. Again, she gets up. I'm afraid for Bells. Still, no matter how many times Vamp Mary strikes her down, Bells keeps getting right back up. Sooner or later, you shall remain still. For good, Vamp Mary taunts. Even you cannot withstand my power forever. Bells forces herself to her feet again. But forever is exactly how long I got. Or did you forget? I'm a vampire. Then Felicia taps me on the shoulder and whispers a plan. I nod and hop on her back. I don't know if Bells is distracting Vamp Mary, but we're getting the time we need to get over to that cabin and rescue Annalise Mirren. When we reach her, she looks like she's really weak. I climb off Felicia and start checking Annalise's neck. That's when Annalise herself comes to life and starts punching and slapping at me. Felicia quickly grabs her wrists and holds her so I can examine her. I don't see any bites, I tell Felicia. Get your hands off me, Annalise growls. Seeing Annalise is going to fight us, Felicia sinks a claw into her. Shortly after, she's falling fast asleep. Felicia lifts Annalise into her arms. Get on, Aileen. I'll get us out of here. I look up at Felicia. You can get her out of here. I'm staying with Bells. She's about to ask me if I'm sure. Then, she smiles a little. If you two ain't back at school for cheerleading practice after Christmas break, I'll come find you both and assign extra duties. I laugh a little. We'll be there. Felicia and I slap a quick 5 before she turns away and takes Annalise to safety. I don't know if Felicia is coming back or not. I turn my attention back to Bells and Vamp Mary. I don't know what I can do in this fight, but I won't abandon Bells. Not when she's never abandoned me. I take a deep breath, then move my little legs. Vamp Mary keeps striking Bells down, but she keeps showing she won't stay there. Bells looks like she got her butt kicked many, many times over. And then, I see it. Vamp Maddie's compact. Now I'm thinking of my Maddie. People call her Mouse. People used to call me Mouse. Okay, I'll be Mouse today. I get on my hands and knees and move real careful. I'm ever so close to that horrible vampire ghost. I can literally feel that red evil radiating from her spectral form. But I have courage and reach out to grab Vamp Maddie's compact. Then I turn around and sneak away. You! Then Vamp Mary fires twin eye beams at the compact and destroys it. You have nothing left to fight me with, little one, Vamp Mary sneers. I look past her and see Bells is again getting up. You know, I'm really scared, but I stand up and look right into Vamp Mary's face. When I see her fangs again, I know exactly what to do. I've got this, I tell her simply. I raise my arm and fire my last remaining stake. It hits its mark and actually sinks right into the ghost's heart. Vamp Mary gasps. No, that's impossible. Good thinking, Einie, Bells calls out shakingly. Yeah, she's still very weak. The ghost tries pulling the stake out, but her energies are fading fast. She has enough time to utter a spell, which opens a portal. Then the ghost disappears and becomes Vamp Maddie again. She points at us now. No fair! What did you do to me? Bells obliges Vamp Maddie now. No, what did you do, Madeline? She raises her finger. Okay, you got yourself an early Christmas present by drinking my blood and gaining my powers from it. In this case, it was only you who got my powers, not your ghostly friend. That's why Einie was able to stake her. She became a vampire herself through you. Now that she's faded, it's left you weakened too. You never sent her back into the mirror properly, and since your Mary destroyed it, Bells approaches her now. Oh, here's another Christmas present. Suddenly, Bells vamps out and grabs Vamp Maddie. Then she gives me one heck of a surprise when she exposes Vamp Maddie's neck and sinks her fangs deep. Now I'm wondering if somehow Vamp Maddie's bite did something to Bells, like some kind of trade. Bells keeps drinking and drinking until Vamp Maddie is far too weak to move and goes limp. Bells finishes by raising Vamp Maddie over her head, then throwing her into the open portal. I'll be back! Vamp Maddie calls out before the portal closes. Where did we send her, Bells? I ask. She shrugs, hopefully back to her home universe. Now I'm noticing she's not looking so good. You okay? Bells glares at me now. No, Einie, I ain't okay. I just drank a bunch of blood. I forgot how nasty this stuff tastes. Oh, I got her now. I know exactly what to do. Maybe the taste of a greasy pork sandwich will, Suddenly, Bells drops to her knees and paints the ground with all that blood she sucked out of Vamp Maddie. When she finishes, she stands up and glares at me again. "I'm gonna kill you." I raise my finger. "I had to get you back for at the morgue last night." Bells sighs. "Fine. We're even." I shake my head. "Nope. Not when you consider how many times you've made me run to the bathroom when we'd investigate down there. But I finally got you once." Bells sighs. "Fine. If we're done here, let's go home." Mine or yours?" I ask. She groans. "You choose. I really feel like crap." Epilogue. Christmas Day. Perspective. Bella Tabon. Einie chose for us to go to my house. I had to board up the windows that got broken out. I'll have to get those replaced after Christmas. Next, I got the house warm for Einie and cleaned up the debris from the windows. From there, we both crashed until Christmas morning. When I wake up, I feel fully restored. It's like I never lost my blood to begin with. Then Einie comes and finds me. "You okay, Bells?" she asks. "No, I'm really hungry," I answer. "I'm thinking Denoyer's Grill and some breakfast platters." "You hungry?" "Yeah, I'll do breakfast with you," Einie replies. After we get cleaned up and put fresh clothes on, I get us both to Denoyer's Grill. Since I'm back at full power, that only means Thornton Gillian has the last laugh on me once again. I'd have thought that after the other Madeline nearly sucked me dry, that I'd finally drop over and stop being immortal. Again, I'm thinking I may never be able to die. On a more positive note, I get to keep eating this delicious Denoyer's Grill food. Even on Christmas Day, they're still serving up breakfast. They're going to be serving Christmas dinner later on. That night, Einie and me are at my place. I really wanted to cook dinner for her, like I did on Thanksgiving. Just like on Thanksgiving, Einie ate good. Honestly, we both ate good. Eventually, we're sitting in the family room and enjoying the fireplace. "Thanks for letting me stay here with you, Bells," Einie says. "No problem. We kind of had to come here anyway since I never got around to buying food to eat at your place. I knew I had plenty of food here, so made sense." "So, what do you want to do?" Einie asks. "What do you want to do?" I ask back. Einie shrugs. "I don't really care, Bells. We're here with each other. It's Christmas. At least we don't have to see Martin." I turn to her. "How are you feeling?" "I'm fine. Really, I'm fine. Those pills you whipped up for me at Thanksgiving keep working. I'm hoping they never stop." Einie gets up and comes and sits with me on the couch. "I know we ain't lovers, but I love you, Bells. I appreciate you training me and letting me be your partner out in the field. I want to be able to live long enough to help you in whatever way I can. Only way you're going to get me to stop is to leave me forever." I sigh. In the beginning, we both know I tried doing that and failed miserably. I couldn't do that to you now, Einie. We've been friends for far too long. We're family now. I know I'll never be able to stop you from coming out with me, but I don't want you to die out in battle with me. I know the only way I can truly stop you, and I'll never do that. I thought I'd always be alone after becoming the last Tabon, but then you came along, and all that changed. I don't know. I feel like in some way we're supposed to be together. I can't explain it. Like you said, we ain't lovers, but it ain't like that. So I guess we'll always be partners, you and me. I take Aine's hand in mine and cry a little. Just don't you dare die on me. Not unless it's your natural time. Aine and I both hug and hold each other for a long while. Personally, I haven't been a huge fan of Christmas since I became the last Tabon and had no family to celebrate with. But now I've been with Aine for 2 Christmas holidays. Since she's family to me now, I have a reason to celebrate again. I don't want to lose Aine, but I am going to cherish as much time with her as I possibly can. I'm hoping we can have many more Christmases and other family holidays together. Grams used to say nothing's more important than family. I guess I gotta thank Thornton Gillian for what he inadvertently made me into. If it weren't for my becoming a master vampire, I'd never have met Aine. "Merry Christmas, Bells," Aine says, when we finally come apart. "Merry Christmas, Aine," I tell her. Perspective, Felicia Mirren. I don't make it back to Gabriel's parents' house until late Christmas Eve night. Gabriel's waiting up for me. Naturally, I'm back in my human form, wearing normal clothes now. Naturally, Millie's asleep upstairs. Gabriel looks from the TV to me. When he sees I look like hell, he gets up and comes to me. "You okay, Felicia? What happened?" I really don't know if I want to tell Gabriel everything, but we're getting more and more serious about each other. "I had a huge fight with my sister," I tell him. "As the spider, Aileen Donnerly and I saved Annalise. Thankfully, she didn't get turned by that vampire we were fighting. I don't know if I could have forgiven myself for that. Once I turned back to human and put my clothes back on, I showed up to try and take Annalise back home. First thing she did was slap me hard across the face and told me she didn't need her pathetic wimp of a little sister to save her. Then she kept rubbing salt in my wounds by saying I was stupid and a bleeding heart, just like Cousin Charity. She said I should have just left her there, and that's what she would have done to me if I had been in her shoes. I couldn't hold back anymore. I went off on Annalise like I'd never gone off on anyone. No, I never hit her, but I told her how soulless she turned out to be. To add insult to injury, I told her that I'd have saved her again and again. It felt really good to get all that out of my system. It also felt good that I rescued her, especially when it came to teaming up with other heroes to save the day. Of course, I couldn't tell Gabriel about that part. Gabriel's been holding me to him the entire time and being the most supportive man. I just don't understand how people can become so apathetic like that, I finish. Now he makes me look up at him. He's a head taller than me. He tells me how sorry he is for what I went through, and that he's glad I confided in him about it. He tells me I can tell him anything, and that he'll always be my rock. Then, I finally tell him, I love you. There's that lady killer smile again. I love you too, Felicia. I don't need my spider instinct to tell me someone's watching us. We both turn and see little Millie. She comes running right to me. I lower myself and hug her close to me. She hugs me just as tight. I missed you, she says. I missed you too, I tell her. I'm back now, as promised. Just then, the old grandfather clock in the living room goes off. Now I look at Gabriel's little girl in the face. Hey, Millie, it's midnight. Know what it is now? It's Christmas. Then Gabriel kneels down with us. Felicia's right, Millie. It is Christmas now. You want to open presents? Yeah! She exclaims. Truth be told, when I agreed to live with Gabriel while he's house-sitting, I never knew I'd be feeling things I only ever thought would happen in movies. I cried many times when I'd watch them on the Hallmark Channel or on Lifetime. Other things Annalise would say I was weak for. Whenever I'd show emotions, she'd call me weak. I gladly own my emotions. I don't know if this is truly what it feels like to be a part of a family unit, but if it is, I think I want this. I want to be a good woman for Gabriel and a good mother figure to Millie. I know I'm only a senior in high school, but I know I love this man and his daughter. Oh, but it's about to get much worse, comic book nerds. After we opened all the presents, we're all sitting on the couch and watching A Christmas Story. Little Millie actually stays awake. It's when we finally get to the end scene where the dad surprises Ralphie with one more present. That's when Gabriel suddenly sits up and looks around. Hey, wait a minute. Did we open all the presents? He asks. Now I sit up myself and look around. I'm pretty sure we did. Millie, you played Santa Claus. You didn't miss any by any chance, did you? She shakes her head. No, Felicia. Then Gabriel looks at Millie suspiciously. You sure about that, little lady? Suddenly, Millie comes to life. I'll be right back, Felicia. Millie goes and runs upstairs. Then she comes back down and hands me a small, gift-wrapped box. Here, Felicia. Merry Christmas. I accept the present and smile a little at Gabriel. Then both father and daughter watch me unwrap the gift. It's a small, red, velvety box. I'm already feeling my emotions rising, which are only confirmed when I open the box and see it. And I can't help it and cry. Gabriel? When I face him, he says, Marry me, Felicia. He takes my hand. You don't have to answer now. I love you. Millie loves you. We know you love us. A marriage proposal on Christmas Day, and Millie's part of it. I really don't deserve this, comic book nerds. I don't know. Do any of you think I deserve this? I know I gotta make a choice. Look, Gabriel, you realize if I accept this ring, we're really gonna have to be honest with each other. We won't be able to keep secrets anymore. You know that, right? Then he pecks me on the lips. Being secretive is what I love about you, baby. But what I care about is that you're always honest with Millie. And you're gonna have to deal with Mom, Millie mutters. That's one thing I love about that little girl, always telling me like it is. You know, comic book nerds, emotions are a very powerful thing God gave us. They can certainly make you do strange and unpredictable things. I look right at Millie. Then I'll deal with Mom. I turn to Gabriel. Yes. Gabriel and Millie are both happy when he puts the engagement ring on my finger. I'm still crying. I would never have met these two if it wasn't for me getting my spider powers. I know my pet tarantula, Creepy, is upstairs in Millie's room. Oh, you're really in big trouble now, my spider. But will I be in big trouble down the road? I guess that's going to be the next phase of my life's journey. But for now, this part of my story is going to have to end here. Well, At least until I appear in another issue. In the meantime, all of you have a very Merry Christmas and be good to one another.
And that's it, my spookies. That's the double feature, 2 holiday novellas, 2 different kinds of terror, and 1 important lesson. Christmas doesn't really end, it just changes costumes. So take a breath, toss the last of the tinsel in a box, and try not to look too closely at that reflection of yours when you turn off the lights, because some things don't stop playing the part once the show is over. Now, before you go, tomorrow we're kicking open the door to a twisted New Year's marathon, a whole night of stories built for that strange, liminal hour when the old year is dead and the new one isn't born just yet, and anything can slip through. And then on Wednesday, a brand new weekly spooky story drops, Fresh Fear for the new year, the kind that makes you realize new beginnings can also mean new rules. So keep an eye on the feed, my spookies, and if you hear fireworks outside, well, don't assume they're just for celebrating. See you tomorrow.